Okay, so we made it to session number 29. And actually managed to get everything set up and not die. So that's always a good thing. Though I did lose a cat in the process.
Oh.
I'm sure she'll turn up. Okay, so what we have tonight is the ongoing story of the people from the Atruaghin storyline, and we actually still have an Atruaghin person with them, so I think that's a win.
I think it is a win. I think the next people who come in should also be Atruaghin.
Which one's that?
You.
Oh, that's right.
And Jeremy. Jeremy's actually...
Well, I thought I was a cousin, I thought.
You're a cousin, but you're of the tribes. Whereas Jeremy's actually one of them.
Absolutely. Hero of the Atruaghin clan.
Yes.
Shaman of the people.
Yes. So the next people we get
Smoker
in...
of peace pipes.
Something like that.
Smoker of any pipe.
I returned the peace pipe to the come through. Potentially I will one day earn it proper.
Right.
When you return to be the wise man of the steppes. Or the plateau, as the case may be.
Yeah, you'll enjoy that when we come to you for advice.
So amusingly, we are down a couple of people. I have no idea what happened to one of them, so hopefully they pop up at some point and say, yeah, sorry, couldn't make it.
Hopefully.
So that's why we may be looking for extra replacements.
Yes.
But on the bright side, there are people interested.
Cool.
Now that I've been posting the videos.
Nice. So, yeah, let's rescue some Atruaghin people. Or have them turn up and go, oh, someone who knows the language!
Or they could even be all gnomes.
Atruaghin gnomes.
Atruaghin gnomes.
Well, not Atruaghin gnomes, you're heading towards Caravan.
I know, but
they could be...
I'm talking about getting some more Atruaghin in the group. Because it's supposed to be Atruaghin or have a lot of...
Well, that's where you started.
Yes.
I wouldn't say this is necessarily the Atruaghin strictly anymore, because...
No.
They're technically...
As long as they've still got one.
Although actually, no, this isn't like the Wednesday one where it was the whichever character people want to take through after taking the mini campaign. So
yes.
Okay, so I'll start off with introductions, and so you can remember who you are, and what you're trying to do, and who you're trying not to annoy too much. So first up we have Stefan.
Yes.
I'm playing Tidal Rift, who is a water genasi.
A waterbender!
Yep, I am a acolyte, monk way of the four elements. Sorry, water rather. And I'm currently heading with the group to find some gnomes. Supposedly.
Gnomes are in front of us.
Yes.
They will be
Gnomes
found.
everywhere. Just gnomes everywhere.
Trying to find out what happened to the gnomish caravan.
Yes.
Okay, so that brings us around to Paul.
Yes. Who is Chloel, the
Infamous.
not non-evil, non-nasty warlock, and diplomat.
Who is in the hero's residence of Selenica at the moment.
Yes.
Where
Because
the
they-
former members didn't
'cause-
actually make it to their residence before they were hung.
Hanged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is hung the term for multiple people or hanged for each?
Hanged.
Hanged. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Hung is how they're built. Hanged is what you do with a rope,
Yeah, I'm a little loose with the language.
as long as it's tight around their neck.
We're recording.
Yeah.
Just letting Ariana know.
Hmm.
Because she's going to hunt for a kitty.
Yes. So I'm the group's token elf.
Yep. With the
Well-
interesting name that it says the same thing back to front.
Yes, except one end's got a Welsh rolled L, and the other end doesn't.
So how do you say that backwards then? With the L at the other end.
You just roll it at the other end, but I'm not going to.
It's okay, I can roll letters that way.
Yes.
And online
It does take practice.
online we have Jeremy.
Greetings, yes, playing Penadia, as discussed, the last Atruaghin of the party. Yes. Shaman of the clans and hero of the Atruaghin, out to assist his his name's going on my head now.
We're helping a person do a thing.
Follower of Benakander. He's
I'll keep looking up.
What's it?
yeah. But yes, apparently an ancient engineer from a long time ago who now fears that the influence of his vessel
The parts of the
is
vessel.
destroying the world,
Yes. So we're helping
and that the gods have gone crazy.
that too.
Which is not too unusual considering most people think the gods are crazy to begin with.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
I figure the Atruaghin clans, yes. We can follow the gods must be crazy movie.
Well, there's the thing though. Crazy plus powerful means eccentric. So they're eccentric. That's how it
Or
works,
is
isn't
that
it?
crazy
What?
plus rich? Is it
I thought it was almost crazy plus rich, but I suppose rich is a form of power.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, so we also have with you Drazzle the Hugger, who is the cleric of the Bay of Wales Clutch, which is from where, a region near where Tidal comes from.
Yes.
So he does have a really long name, I just don't use it very often.
And neither do we.
Yes. Yes. It's been read out, I think, once. And yeah, it takes a while.
And he's just used to everyone else shortening the name because, shorter races do shorter names.
Yes. It's just a shorter name on a dragon or dragonborn is an insult, but he'll wear it because he's nice.
Yeah.
Ish.
Oh, I don't doubt that per se. I just still feel guilty after insulting a friend for the last 7 years.
That's okay,
Yeah.
he wrote the most amazing story about you.
Mm.
He'll wear it because title helps for good stories.
Yes,
I do.
he did accept your apology though.
He did.
Yes.
And I'm sure the second book is coming out soon.
Okay, so returning to where we were, you were just in Salonika. You're on your way to head south towards Karamikos, and you met the most amazing chef.
Yes.
Halfling chef, former pirate. At least he tries to say he's a former pirate.
Yeah, but then he describes doing horrible things to people in the dark.
Yeah.
Um,
So some people just don't give up their hobbies that easily.
or he just likes killing people.
His sister's one of the renowned assassins of Karamikos.
Yes. Who happens to be a short order cook.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, the sister's actually a barmaid.
No, that's fair enough.
It's the job they can hold down where they get to hurt people for them.
Yeah. Yes. Whereas we're adventurers, we hurt people as a requirement for our living, but not necessarily as a living.
So you are about to head south. Where was she? Underneath that unit. Okay, so our missing kitten has been
Adventures.
discovered. So more places to lock up. So okay, you rest off. And I'm just about to bring a map up so I can follow where everyone is going.
Which one is crucial and go straight and leave that Kelvin there? I want to be the least impressed person in the world.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because I came over here, then went over to have a look, and she was gone. Okay, where is my Caravan meatballs? That is the updated one. Okay. You are about to head through some of the last vestiges of Darrakan, heading towards Riedel. A town, village actually, with a proper road going to it too, not just a dirt track. And then it is through the mountains to the Duke's Road Keep on the other side of the mountain. Well,
Okay.
technically up the mountain, but on the
That
other
way.
side of the peak.
Yes.
You are told to beware orcs live in them dead dread mountains.
Yeah. Oh, it's always worthwhile be wearing orcs.
That's right. The dwarves will protect us from the orcs, obviously.
So it's where the Black Peak Mountains
Right.
and the Alatin Teps Mountains meet.
I thought we were also forced to go with the Northerners at the same time. So we had
You were
this-
heading with both.
Yeah, we had this awkward kind of stalemate.
Yes.
Dwarves and Northerners.
Yeah.
There are 13 dwarves in the party.
I think there's 6 Northerners or something.
You didn't actually write down how many there are in there, but
Well,
I'm making 13
I think it
dwarves.
also
A
comes
bunch.
down. It may well also depend upon what speed they're travelling at.
Yes. Well, the dwarfs, it's not going to be that fast unless they're
Well,
mounted.
Because the dwarves are using dwarf-powered caravans with their forges on the stocks.
That's true. They're pulling them.
So whereas the Northmen, I believe, are mounted. Of course, they're probably drunk all the way, so they've only slowed down.
Not necessarily, because the horses aren't drunk.
No, but when they keep going the other way or into trees or...
Well, or but accidentally guiding them in the wrong direction. The horses aren't going to run into trees, but they'll go in between two and knock someone off.
But it also depends upon exactly how fast Draggle's old horse moves as well.
That's true.
So, okay, if we...
Until it sneezes and does a fire breath.
That would be an amusement.
Okay, so as you're seeing the people getting ready to go, you see the 3 dwarven caravan forge ready to go,
Yep.
because they are technically a forge on wheels.
Yes.
And they each have 4 bars coming out each side of, 2 bars coming out each side of them for the dwarves to push.
So they set themselves up and go at the front, so they're forging ahead. You could see that coming a mile off, couldn't you?
And then
Sure.
then you see 2 really lead wagons dragged up by some of the biggest horses you've ever seen.
Right. How big is big?
Clydesdale style horse.
That's honking huge.
That is huge for you guys because these are not the standard horses.
No.
They are furry. They have long manes. It's not just the small little fine hair you're used to. It's hair that actually hangs.
Is that bigger than
Okay.
the Ethingarian messenger service?
Well, they are bigger than it is because the messenger service is sleek horses.
Oh, that's right.
They've got horses more like my horse.
These horses
Normal
have a
size.
reputation for going through just about anything.
I look at that and go, pretty impressive.
And,
I want
and
both.
then you see the wagons behind them. The wagons are sort of swaying a bit as they move. And looking up, the mast that's sticking out of the top of them is swaying a bit as it moves.
Mast.
They have
Land pirates!
each wagon is actually a longship with wheels attached.
Land pirates.
Oh god. Okay. Yep.
And they've got about 4 draft horses in front of each one. And most of them are on the back of them. So there's about 6 that are moving about, with about 12 that are sleeping off the
These
wrecking.
Vikings. Right, so these aren't Clydesdales, they're dire ponies.
Okay.
That's why they're shaggy.
Apparently someone bet them they couldn't make a wagon out of a ship.
So they did, and kept doing it because it was funny.
Well, it doesn't quite work as a ship, it doesn't quite work as a wagon, but it's sort of...
It does mean that they can cross rivers without modifying it.
yes, it does. It still sometimes sinks them.
It's just
'Cause
like
it's a bit
them
heavy.
though to go.
No, it's the fact that they put holes in the side of it to put the wheels through.
Bad design.
I never said that they were fantastic in their design.
That's true.
As far as they're concerned, as long as they're strong enough to pull it, it's fine.
They keep putting tar in there to fill the hole. So there's a dripping bit of tar down the road behind them.
Right, so if they got together with a dwarf designer, then it was something that would actually work.
Yep.
We've got some dwarves.
So it requires patience on both sides.
And
I
probably
I
someone.
think they had better success with the gnome.
And we've got a bunch of dwarves who aren't into patience. Which means, of course, the first real proper wheeled ship that actually works is probably going to be owned by an adventurer.
Or a gnome.
A gnome adventurer.
Considering we're waiting on one of them to either be sober or one of the dwarves to grow patience, it'll be a while.
Yes.
Well, I figure we'll leave it with whoever moves first.
Yes.
And
On the other hand, one of us with a bunch of money could go, could you make that work? And a
And
dwarf...
his perspective, done
And-
with the dwarves to
Yes.
say that's what he was talking to.
Yeah, and a dwarf would go, yeah, okay, got enough money? I'll be interested for that long.
they'll give you a solid steel construction. Or a stone one if you prefer that.
It would probably work better if I got a mechanically minded elf.
Is they just grow it for you?
In fact, yes. With no hole in the hull because it's all one piece of wood.
So in
fact,
50 years
it's
from now, we're...
Yeah, what
Would
was that?
anyone
Sorry.
like a coffee?
Hot chocolate, please. Thank you. Yes, please.
I already got a nice coffee.
Actually, an interesting one is me, because if I'm following Mazakeen, or the dwarf version of Mazakeen, as you've noted, it's the most accessible version, one of his domains is basically gadgets and devices. Nothing wrong with me becoming a designer. I may not build it, but I can design one and get dwarves and or elves and or gnomes to build one. Of course, by that point I'm probably also rich enough that I could get it enchanted so it flies as well.
Nothing's scarier than a flying golden boat.
Yeah, because they're made of rock or steel. Yes. What did you use? We hollowed out an asteroid, and now we're flying it in your atmosphere. It doesn't land, it sort of just settles into the ground.
Oh no, they've designed it for impact.
So it settles quickly.
So they feel nothing inside, but outside, wow.
Spudge. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And while you're getting ready to go, a halfling you recognise shows up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yep.
Halfling we recognise. Oh, the assassin. Cook.
Do you remember
Cool.
his name?
No.
It was written down somewhere.
Not because I'm a coffee pusher, but because it's a cold coffee. Did you want me to put that in the fridge, make you a hot coffee, and then you can have the cold coffee a bit later when you're a bit tired?
Sure.
You can say no.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can stick it in the fridge, and I'll make you what would you like? It's a different flavour for.
Okay, so
Any flavour.
Jeremy, do you remember what the name of the halfling was? If you've actually responded, Jeremy, I haven't heard a thing.
Because I was on mute accidentally.
That'll do it.
Well done.
Penalty, I don't think you've actually spoke or interacted with the halfling particularly. We're talking about the halfling cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because most of the interactions with that were at the
Estate?
the estate, which
Yeah.
Penalty, well, technically he stayed at, but spent more of his time out with the elf. So the answer to your question is, I have no idea what the halfling's name was. As a
He
player
was-
or the character.
He was
Character
given.
might, but
He did introduce himself, so we have heard his name.
Apparently I
So the characters know.
didn't write it down because I'm an idiot.
And so he comes up and says, okay, so I'm travelling with the idiot. Points at the monk and says, when he remembers my name, I'll stop calling him an idiot.
Incentive.
I'm here to cook.
Yes, I know you cook.
For emphasis.
Well, apparently someone he grazed last night was important.
Ah. So we needs to get motoring real quick.
Oh no, he's just been asked politely to evacuate the city for a while.
Yeah, you don't tell someone like him what to do.
And,
You just advise gently.
of course, wasn't this the same halfling that was interacting so delicately with the Norseman last night?
Yep, exactly the same one.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Your version of delicate is very different to mine.
It's in quotes.
He doesn't even have a bruise on him.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of money.
Yeah, apparently, he also says the guardsmen put together a fund for vacation time.
Yeah, they needed it.
So he is quite happy staying in large cities because eventually the guardsmen put together a collection and send him on holidays.
Yeah,
How soon can you leave? We'll pay
down the
you.
bottom.
Is that a sugar cube?
No.
Oh, I diced the onion.
Stefan. Bottom.
Oh no.
Okay, so he bounces along and says, up until you actually remember my name, hat tips off to the Genasi monk with you. He says, I shall be the nameless cook.
I wrote it down somewhere.
He also cooks.
Yes.
And you can also see on him about 20 different knife handles sticking out from various locations.
I used to know someone like that.
He says he's got a knife for every species.
That's fair enough.
Well, he wouldn't want to cross-contaminate, he says.
I can see that, but also being a cook. Do you have a different knife for each type of non-sentient foe?
Yes. I've got them rolled up in my backpack.
Fair enough.
I've got about 100 names all up, he says. You never know.
Well, that's the thing. If you wear them all at once, you're wearing Brigandine armor.
Well, you can't really wear all those names because some of them are a little too flexible and some aren't flexible enough. You get poked in all the wrong places.
Yeah, but if you put the flexible ones on things like on top of your shoulder, pointing backwards, even if they flex a little bit, they're not going to poke you.
I'm not that strong.
And they're still
They
protected.
weigh a lot.
Yeah.
In the backpack, not so much.
Bag of holding or...
It's a bag of usefulness.
Yes. One of them. Yes. Oh, definitely something to want.
Oh, he knows a few halflings, he can always hook you up. You're not a dwarf after all, he says quite loudly.
I hold my face entirely blank as if that wasn't said to me.
And he walks over to the dwarves and starts commenting on their crappy caravan because it's currently on fire.
What?
They've got a running forge in it.
Oh.
It's not on fire, it has a fire. He's just having a go at them to try and start a fight.
I was going
Because
to say,
he's both
if they usually have a forge going, they should know that,
Yeah.
don't put it too close to flammables.
Yes, because he's showing himself to be multi-skilled. He's an assassin, a cook, and an arsehole.
Well, dwarves are hated by most of his people because they enslaved them exactly like the orcs did.
Yeah, so he's got reason.
Yeah. And he's one of the few people who has the strength to stand up to them.
So he does. Yes. Oh, things are getting nicely painful next level.
So, as you guys start to head off, the dwarves are looking very inspired to move on.
Yeah.
And the northerners who are about to, take a little bit more time setting up, took one glance at your cook and said, "We're off." And then Drizzle shows up.
Hi, Drizzle.
He wasn't behind us?
No, he went to pick up some extra stuff.
Oh. Well, as long as he's okay.
Because his mount can carry it.
Well, he's got to carry it.
Yes. There's that too.
So he's got no stirrups, no reins on his cart, and he just tells his horse where to go.
Mm-hmm.
He also admonishes it every now and Draconic not to eat the other horses.
Yeah, it's a bit scary that he has to keep telling it regularly, every day.
It's about once an hour.
Yeah. Yes.
He has a feeling of...
I fed you. Don't eat those horses.
It seems to have become a habit for him.
Well, fair enough.
Hopefully the Northerners don't understand Draconic.
A couple of them do, and they look at his horse in terror.
Probably because they can actually see what's actually there.
Oh no, if you're telling a horse not to eat other horses, there's something wrong about it.
There's something there, and it's, yeah.
And
There's about 6 different ways for it to be really scary.
His horse is bigger than theirs.
Yeah.
Look like a horse.
Yeah, but it's huge.
And they can see the non-pork prints that leaves are orcs.
That's a good point. It's only an illusion, it's not actually a form shift.
They're not exactly dumb people.
No.
They don't want to know what's underneath the illusion.
Yes. Oh, look, a horse claws. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. It's a dragonborn. It's going to be something draconic.
And he's
Well, we know it's a drake,
Yes,
Okay.
we know it's a drake.
but they don't know it's a dragonborn because he looks like the
that's
big
true.
tall
He's-
Atruaghin.
Yes, he's hiding his appearance as well. On the other hand, his horse is letting that paw prints. So it's a bit obvious if you think about it for a few moments.
Hippogriff.
Hippogriff has two hooves.
I know.
Yeah. Griffin, on the other hand, yes, that would probably be their first thought.
And you
And
see,
then sort of that size? No, that's not a griffin.
so he's picked up a lute and he seems to be trying to play a tune. He talks about this tune he heard while in Salonika about some sort of play that came out of Blantyre City the year before. Some sort of Elvish tune.
But is he any good at it?
No.
Oh.
But he brings
I
up the
believe the
rear.
word you're looking for is dreadful.
He's bringing up the rear of the caravan.
Well, at least he's scaring bandits off.
Okay, so Razzle actually might not have absolutely sucked, which is always interesting. Let's see, go. Because I actually have stats for him.
Alrighty.
You all ready to go, Stefan?
Yeah, I'm just going to give him a temporary name for now, and then probably look back at the video later to find out what it was. Because I'm annoyed at myself, I didn't write it down.
That's okay. I will tease players all the time about that sort of stuff. You know me. Okay, so he has a +2 to his charisma. Thank you.
So that just means he's that much better at intimidation.
So he got a 13 on his playing of music.
Yes.
And those of you who understand musical instruments see he's playing a stringed instrument without any picks. Which also looks odd to the people who see the illusion of a human just playing with their fingers badly.
Yeah, well, he doesn't sound like.
Give it a sip before
Yeah.
you give it a stir.
Yeah.
Smugglerball's not strong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's got the plong sound of a plucked string,
Yep.
not a plectrum string with no plectrum. So yes. On the other hand, I have heard, including my stepfather, people with long fingernails get that sound out of banjos. So yeah, it could be that. Let's just not look at his hands real close.
And for Stefan's amusement, this is the song his character came up with in the Friday Night campaign.
So this song is your fault.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, that wasn't the best.
It took him that long to tweak.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Yeah.
Yes, his characters are getting notoriety between campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Friday night and the Wednesday night are dealing with his books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it's bad enough I've got to deal with them, yet everyone else has to deal with them.
well, if you're going to do it with style is what I say.
I just sent you a name for the character.
So you're going to call name Phillips 10 Knives?
Phipps, 10 Knives Vice.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's completely different than...
Yes. Quite possibly. Well, seeing it was mentioned on camera, it's going to be in one of the videos.
But being a cook, assassin, pirate, I'm sure he has 200 names, so
And
this can just be one of his many aliases. And today is Tuesday, which means it's Phipps Day.
yes.
And he says, well, that'll do for the moment, he says, as he gives you a almost a high five.
It's a medium 5.
Are you sure?
Oh! I was like, is he using less fingers, or was like...
No,
Okay, yeah.
as I said, it's a medium 5, but then it comes up to here.
Well, I'll return said short
Yeah.
5, I guess.
2.5.
2.5.
He's a halfling. No, bad, sorry.
So what name had you given him? Casey Ryback?
No, Phipps, 10 Knives Vice.
And you set out that morning from the cheers of the entire
It's
guards.
wonderful! They're gone! But, yeah.
So the guard station at the gate gives you express checkout.
Okay.
Yeah, they would do with 10 Knives.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got 10 Knives, we've got Drunken Vikings, and
Actually,
Drunken
can I roll a
Wolves.
Percepticon?
I think there are several reasons that they would enjoy us leaving.
14.
Plus-
Heredy's thinking he'd heard terrible things about this bureaucracy business, but it seems to go quickly for him.
I rolled a 14 to notice the guards' reactions to 10 knives.
Yep.
They all seem to be, giving him the point of the finger.
Yes.
A good kind
There
or
is-
a bad kind?
It's they're emphasising some point they made with him.
Right.
At which point he does the finger back to them.
Right, okay.
At which point they flinch.
I think Title will take a mental note of this interaction.
Hmm.
And the dwarves know his reputation as well.
Well, Tidal should be paying close attention to the guards to see if they might happen to mention a name. Like, have fun on your travels. What?
Insert name here.
Insert, yes. Sigh.
Considering even his restaurant had a name.
It wouldn't surprise me though if you asked different people and they all give him different names. I mean, if you're a good assassin, you'd do that.
Yeah. Yes, but you would have your work name so that anyone who's looking for you as an assassin knows who to ask for. And specifically, it's not a name you actually ever use.
Yeah.
And
But
there
also, he probably
It's
didn't give
someone
the
you're
assassin
hired
name,
by.
his name.
and there's
Yes.
there's a high concentration of female well wishers.
Okay. So he's a bit of a player, I'm guessing.
Or they like having the Vikings about.
No.
Oh, right.
You
Okay.
just don't know where Gregor was last night.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He's sneakier than I originally thought, so I'll give him that.
Well, remember, because we worked out that Tidal was her grandfather.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Plus, of course, there's me. Because cute elf can't get anyone pregnant
Unless they're elves.
Is that a
unless
challenge?
they're also elves.
What genasi are you pronouncing?
That's an interesting thought. No, we're not going to try.
Yeah, let's not try that.
Because the lore has been working there that the genasi are the glue that makes everything connected.
Ah.
So every species, every race can produce genasi.
Okay.
You have
Which also means that any Genasi, anything else, is potentially. Yeah.
I decided to make them the glue instead of humans.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that in most cases it's going to breed true one way or the other, but not both. Because you have said half races are out.
Half races are out. The genasi is a full race in their own right.
Yes.
But every race can produce them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying though. A Genasi elf. The children will be either elves or Genasi.
They're only based on the mother.
Yes.
Okay, so as you are heading off, you hear Pips giving Drazzle lessons on playing music.
Right.
Which oh, the one he's playing. Okay, yeah.
As he sings along a rather
No,
haunting melody.
Actually, no, not true. The one
Drazzle
he's,
does or the
no, the one he's
Fits.
nearly.
Okay.
Yeah, the one Drazzle's nearly playing.
Oh.
Yes.
And
But it'll
is
get there.
the haunting thing about this melody the body count included in this melody, or is it just a?
He's actually using a tongue you've never heard before.
Oh. Fair enough.
Kennedy will be riding his elk at the front, because that way he doesn't have to look at the dwarven forges.
Yes. Because metal, lots of it. Yes.
And you can even hear the melody from the front. It is very. It has the sort of traces of elf, but more more earthy sort of words, not flowery.
Well, Pettidier will play a counter melody on his whistle.
Okay.
Okay, give me a performer.
Sorry, for a second here I thought we were playing D&D and not Band Hero, but I've been proven wrong.
Well,
But,
no,
hey.
okay. Petitier's been practicing with the eagle whistle that he found.
Yeah.
He's not aiming to fly at the moment. So,
Yet.
15.
You actually play a very beautiful flute in comparison to Drazzle's sort of mediocre strings, with the amazing voice of the halfling at the back.
Cool.
And I'm sure we'll get accompaniment from drunken accompaniment from the Northman in the middle.
You can also see that a lot of the dwarves are looking sad at the song.
Yeah, my mind went straight to the Blues Brothers. We're trying to put the band back together, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's okay, because we're on a mission from God.
Yes. Yes. I do not have performance as a trained skill. At least, not yet.
So you travel...
Which is a point. Can you add trained skills without getting other classes?
Yes.
Technically you can add proficiency in tools, but not in skills. I haven't put in doing skills yet.
Right.
I could add skills to it.
Yeah.
But I haven't
from
done
a game design point of view, stick with the classes.
If I put more skills into the ability for players, it becomes very overwhelming very quickly for someone who actually does all the downtime.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is skills give you part of your niche. Of course, there is the possibility of picking up a level of bard just so I can get performance.
There's also the you can get instrument and proficiency in the instrument, which is what Jeremy has.
That's true.
Which is different to performing.
Yes, that's true. Does that include singing?
Yes.
Cool.
So anyone can learn it, and that's the way I did it. So anything is an instrument in that sense. Okay, so it takes you 2 days to reach Riedel, the last city on the borders of Atruaghin.
Ah, so, picking an instrument, not a steam organ.
But I bet they could make one for you.
Oh, they could.
Which reminds me of the fact that
it would be a steam-powered vehicle.
Depending upon what skill what attribute you would apply to a whistle to go with these tool proficiency, Peter was actually playing at a 19 or better.
Well, it would fall under charisma.
Still comes under charisma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
So that is a
I like-
performance.
On his notes there, I'll put it down, possibly charisma, possibly con, possibly dexterity on the idea, particularly when he's trying to play for time to fly.
Yes.
I figured it was a con.
Yes, con is either I'm going to be loud or I'm going to be doing this for a day.
That's right.
So, yeah.
But I figured also dexterity might be appropriate for flute on the ability, the finger dexterity. But
Yes.
I'm happy with charisma, in which case it was a 19.
Charisma is more for joining in with people.
Yep.
Dexterity would be more for you're just trying to stand out.
That's for showing off.
And so you can put it under any thing you like.
Yeah.
And next is good. So, all good.
Yes.
So during the 2 days of your trip to Riedel, you find out that the Halfling's tune was basically the fall of the Shire,
Okay.
where the dwarves came through and nearly wiped them all out.
Oops.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they know this?
Oops.
Yes.
And that's why
Oh.
that's why they were a bit worried about him singing it.
Oh, right.
It's basically one of the horror stories of the region because the dwarves enslaved them all and turned them into
This
the
is
equivalent of goblins.
and this is one of the realm's most renowned assassins singing a song saying, "You assholes killed my people."
They also destroyed their language, so very few halflings know
the
their language.
skill to kind of...
He could carry it off.
He could.
Yeah.
He could take these guys on and probably walk off laughing. So
Yeah.
he's probably doing it for shits and giggles.
Oh, he's doing it to give him a lesson.
Well, during the
can't walk
evening,
over everybody.
Peter will be interested, while camping on the
Yeah.
night type stuff. Peter will be interested in the history of the song because
Yeah.
he's interested in those sort of bits and pieces now.
Because he talks about the fact that music is instruction, not just pleasure. So the history of his people is through song, because most of the language has been lost. He's one of the few of his people who actually can speak the halfling tongue. you will be very hard pressed to find a halfling of the Shires who can speak halfling.
So loss of
Which
language.
means it would be a sign of respect and also of use if I learnt it.
I wouldn't count on that.
If he's willing to teach you.
Well, that's the thing. If he's willing to teach me, it's a sign of respect. If he's not, I'll say, well, okay, fine.
Knowing him, it depends how big your coin purse is.
Yeah.
It might also depend on your reason.
Yes.
And that's what he'll tell you. If you
Yeah.
come with him for a reason, that's not the
I
price that
mean,
interests
possibly a better sign of respect would be knowing his name.
Yes, well,
Well, at least half a dozen of them. Yeah.
the player rolled badly on that regard and forgot,
Yeah.
so...
And as the GM who brings back the NPCs that you interact with and doesn't note down the name himself because he doesn't need to.
Which is annoying, because I usually write down the names of NPCs I really like, so...
Yeah.
So when you reach Reedle, the dwarves offer to put the rest of the party up for the night if the halfling will stop singing about the things they've done.
Yeah.
Wait, so we're supposed to convince the halfling to stop? I'm not going to convince him to stop. You seen how many knives that guy has?
You could ask nicely.
You do it, I'm not
They are currently pleading because they've heard of where tales have gone with people who didn't a pleasing way.
That's fine, I'll use my monthly ways to delegate to you.
How does that work out as monthly way? You're going to threaten to punch me if I don't.
No.
So you're doing what he does.
It's not so much his monthly ways, it's using the fact that you're the party diplomat. You keep telling us you're the party diplomat.
Yes.
They buy out an inn and say you can have the 12th floor.
Is this what we say, this is what we pay you for, and then you turn around and say you don't pay me anything, actually?
Yeah. So you're going to double my
they
wage
bought
to
out-
zero.
We got the top floor, the dwarves get the middle floor, and the northerners get the common room.
As far as the dwarves are concerned, the northerners can sleep with their horses.
Like all the shit that doesn't stay upright.
It keeps, wobbling as it moves.
Probably still wobbling while it's standing still.
Yes.
Well, if it catches the breeze right, it does.
Yeah. That's probably because there are people in
I
it.
feel sorry for the guy on the top.
Oh no, he doesn't mind it. He thinks it's fantastic. It's like being on the ocean.
Of course it is. The only way you get your sea legs on land.
Alright, so I will attempt to very, very diplomatically and very carefully ask him to not.
Okay, give me a diplomacy roll. As you're doing it very, very carefully, I will give you advantage on your carefulness.
Yes, because I'm taking extra time.
And the fact that he's quite amused by you.
That also helps.
But the fact you don't know his name,
Okay, can I roll to remember his name properly? Because the thing is, my character has heard it recently.
I didn't write it down, so that's the problem.
Yes.
So I can't actually tell you as the GM right now, because
No, you can tell me, yes, you remember it.
no. So what
Because-
Mark is saying is that his name is what's his name 10 Knives. Because
Quite
Mark
probably.
can't prove it's not.
well,
Well,
I'll have to
that-
watch the video.
That is approximately what he introduced himself as. This is the thing. My character heard it yesterday. I heard it 4 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So, yes. And he may be a warlock, but he's not dumb.
I noted down the name of the bureaucrat, not the name of the half. Who was late?
Right. History, insight, or just int?
Diplomacy first, and I will assume that you do know his name from
Well.
what I told you.
Yes.
Pardon me.
So that gives me 19.
19. Okay, so he says, well, he'll try not to kill them tonight then.
Thank you.
He won't guarantee anything. If they start something, he'll finish it.
I will speak to them as well. I'm
And
rather
he knows he'll take
sure.
over the kitchen.
Yes, I'm rather sure they won't be a problem. because I'm going to go and threaten them with you. Diplomatically.
Well, he calls out behind as you heads off. Don't worry, I'm cooking up the meal tonight.
Yes.
So as you go, do you take the rooms in the inn?
I'll definitely take a rope.
Because they gave you each a room if you wanted.
Yep.
Yes.
Whereabouts are we on the map?
You are on Riedel.
Okay. There's no source of main water nearby, is there?
No water nearby.
Okay.
Well, there's maybe a creek.
Yeah. No, I was hoping like a river or something. That's okay.
No,
alright.
no major waterways.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. If there's no blue line, it's not big enough to be useful. Yeah.
Alright, I will take one of the smaller rooms, I guess.
Yep.
So the inn's got a stable for the animals, does it?
This is a major trade route, so it has stables aplenty.
Where's
Okay.
Dressel staying?
I'll stay with my elk.
Okay.
Dresel is leaving his mount to look after his carriage, and he is sleeping on one of the beds.
And where is his carriage being kept?
Well, it's been kept with the dwarves and the northerners.
With their mounts?
Yep.
Oh god, this isn't good. When we wake up tomorrow and his mount has eaten one of the other ones.
One of the northerners wants.
Or the dwarven ones.
Well, if he ate one of the dwarven ones, he'd be eating one of the dwarves.
Yeah. Remember, the dwarves are pushing their own carts.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
So as you're setting up for the night, you hear the creaking of the bed in Dresel's room as he lies on it, and he's quite heavy.
I will go and knock on Drazel's room.
Yep. The door's unlocked, just opens up, and you can hear him snoring.
Oh.
He sort of wakes up and says, "Oh, Title!" Comes up and gives you a hug.
I will hug Drazel.
Your feet are dangling a bit as you hug.
Yeah, I think I've been used to this
That's
after
pretty
X amount
normal.
of years. Your wonderful... what's it called? Not mount.
Like that.
Yes, your
My
friend.
friend.
Sorry, your friend.
He's sleeping.
Are they prone to eating other pets
I don't think he has night terrors anymore.
anymore? So he used to.
Apparently he did.
Oh, okay.
But then again, his brothers used to beat him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, he seemed quite happy now that he gets to sleep with things that don't try to eat him.
So I assume this means he's less likely to try and eat them.
Unless, of course, they kick him, in which case then they get what they deserve.
Okay. Well, I will...
But I gave him the stable furthest from everything.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, I might check on him before I go to bed and to see how things are going, if that's okay with you.
Well, take a leg of something with you. He always appreciates the snack before sleep.
Right, yes. Oh, I see. Food, right.
It doesn't have to be too cool.
Right.
Okay. I appreciate the suggestion, and I'll head to the kitchen and try and see if I can either purchase the leg or...
Well, you walk in there, you see the halfling chef working away.
Oh, okay.
He's got his nice little hair tied back in a scarf as he's busily running around cooking about 20 different dishes at once.
Cool. I will just ask Phipps if I might be able to procure a beast leg or something of some kind, like a leg of pork or something, or just for one of the mounts out the back.
Fresh or unfresh?
Would fresh be easier?
Sure, I'll just go in and cut a leg off something out in town and we'll come back.
Let's go with unfresh then.
Take a little fun out of life. He walks into the pantry and pulls out a cured leg and tosses it to you.
Okay, cool.
There's not a safe answer to that.
I will toss him some coin back and return his
Yes,
thanks.
no, don't worry about it. I already paid for all the food here.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
There should be a lively night tonight.
Is there any reason?
What has he done?
He says, I wanted a chance to celebrate.
Okay. Well, I guess best of luck with that, and let us know how it goes.
That's okay, it'll be in the tavern below.
In the what?
In the bottom of the inn.
There's a tunnel below?
In the tavern below.
Oh, tavern.
Tavern below all the beds.
Excellent. Okay, well, maybe I'll check that out later.
Free food, free drink.
Sounds
Come be
good.
merry.
Do you sleep, perchance?
What's that?
Right, that answers that question. Do you even meditate or rest or...
No, that's for those people who want to die.
Do halflings have an innate ability to not sleep?
No, I tried it once, it just wasn't my thing.
Oh, okay. That's impressive.
No, I just, I tried to sleep and it just didn't happen, so I just gave up.
Oh, I wish I had that option. Okay, well, I'll leave you to your work, and I'll talk to you later.
Well, it's sort of like falling and missing the ground.
I haven't quite had that experience, but I'll let you know if I do. And I'll thank him again and head out to the barn, the stables.
Yep, and as you head out there, you notice that all the horses are at one end except one.
Okay, cool. Yep, that's fine. I will bow to the...
And the elk's in the middle?
Yep, the elk's in the middle.
Are you staying with the elk, are you?
I will be sleeping in the stable with the elk, but
Okay.
I'll certainly come into the common room and enjoy a meal and
Right.
chat and things like that during the
Right.
evening.
Well, I assume then he's not there when I walk past.
And you can see that the horse looking really weird, slouched over the stable door.
The one at the end.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Because horses generally don't bend that way.
Yes, yes.
No.
As I approach it, I will bow low as a gesture of respect, knowing it is a intelligent... I think Drazel said it is an intelligent creature.
Well, it understands spoken instructions.
Yes.
Yeah.
It understands
Right.
Draconic.
Do I don't think
It's
I
the only language it understands. It can't speak it, but it understands it.
Yes.
I don't speak that, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll bow to it and see if it returns a gesture.
It puffs a cloud of ice around you.
I will take this as a compliment, seeing as I'm a water genasi.
You basically see little ice fall over your skin.
This is a Sunday to me. I will hope that this is a positive response, and I will
Yes.
place the leg of pork, I think it was, on the close enough so it can reach, but not.
You watch the horse's head distort as it reaches down and grabs the meat.
I'm never gonna get used to that.
As the mouth,
No.
as the horse's mouth opens up like 10 times as wide as a horse's mouth can,
That's creepy shit.
and the blunt little teeth sinking right into the meat.
Yep. Once it's latched on, I'm gonna make sure I firmly let go
And leave.
and bow once again and leave
Yeah.
because that's creepy right there.
Okay, give me a willpower roll.
Yes.
Oh god. That's not too bad. Wait, is that wisdom?
Yep.
That's 18.
Okay, so you were creeped out by it, but it wasn't as disturbing as it would be if you'd rolled one.
Okay, cool.
You might have gotten a paranoia regarding the
Oh. Oh shit! How many curtains are in this tavern?
Many.
Fuck. Oh, now you roll low, you little bastard. That's a 9.
Yes, there are lots of curtains here.
There are no longer curtains in my room. Because I have may or may not ruined them. Or taken them down.
Something.
Yeah. They freaked me out.
Yes.
Damn curtains. Horrible inventions. Who needs them?
Then you hear the sounds of the tavern keeper as you're getting ready, announcing that the dwarves have offered to pay for the meal for the town for the night.
For the town.
The town.
So
The village.
Oh, but yeah.
I was going to say, this is a village, so is this the only tavern in the village?
It is one of the bigger taverns. It'd be a village based around its taverns as its main form of income.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So my main question would be, with the dwarves and the northerners staying there this evening, are there any locals coming into this tavern, or are the locals going elsewhere?
With the prospect of free food and drink, they're coming in by the droves.
Okay, that's cool. So,
We
because
can
yes,
get
because do you want
everybody.
to take the opportunity to talk to some of the locals.
Yep.
And see if we can find out
Definitely.
more about the
Anything
Gnomish
else?
caravan and
Yep.
the potentially if they noted the change in trade goods and things like that, and if they
Okay, so
it confirmed where they actually saw it last and things.
Riedel is before the caravan starts, so they've never actually seen the caravan.
Oh, okay.
You are about four settlements before you even get to where the caravan starts.
Okay.
And they talk about how it was unusual that they stopped doing that tradition because the tradition had been going for many years. It predated the Theatan invasion of the region over 70 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, so in fact, the caravan was really only High Forge to Specularum or something at that time,
Yep.
was it? Right.
It is the High Forge caravan that leads from High Forge through Kelvin all the way down to Speculum. And it is still something of debate amongst people about why did it stop. Because people would come through to see the caravan or join it.
Yep.
It was a parade.
And now it isn't.
Especially when it tended to carry kids' toys, as opposed to its latter years where it had less kids' toys.
Big kids' toys.
Explosive in nature.
Slightly. Yeah.
So it is quite a rowdy night.
Mm-hmm.
Not one northerner touches a drink.
Wait, what? I thought they were
How
drinkers.
interesting.
Every time they see a thing of alcohol, they go green.
Oh.
They had
They've
too
been-
much.
Did they drink on the road?
No, they apparently sobered up very quickly after they got on the side of the trip drunk.
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
maybe they've got sea legs.
You never noticed why.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Weirdness.
And I wouldn't want to ask them in case they get aggressive.
And you also notice that none of the dwarves are touching their alcohol either.
Okay.
That's weird.
But they are complimenting the chef on the food.
Wait, the chef said there was going to be a lot of fun tonight.
And all the locals are coming in, playing local tunes. You're hearing stories from the region where they talk about how there are giants up in the mountains nearby.
Are the locals touching their drinks?
Yeah, the locals are getting sloshed.
What was in the mountains nearby, sorry?
Frost giants.
Frost giants.
It is the home of one of the clans of frost giants.
Okay.
But
Have they had much issue with frost giants recently?
no, they've left the region.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They have gone north.
They've gone north.
To run away from somebody who comes up to their ankle.
Hopefully they they went around Riedel when they went north.
They crossed the road between Salonika and Rocco.
Riedel?
Crossed Rocco. So there's talk from the dwarves about how there's more giants in their kingdom than there has ever been in their entire history.
Okay. Too many.
And they are warring with each other.
Ah. Wonderful.
So the giants are apparently girding for war. And the dragons have left the region.
Yeah, we sort of matches the other everyone's going to war vibe that has been going on.
The dragons have dropped off the face of the earth as far as everyone's concerned.
Yes, if I were a dragon and knew about this stuff, I'd get myself away as well.
But the dragons are the peacekeepers, the whole thing. It has told you. They are the ones who keep the peace.
Which implies that someone is making sure they stay away.
Because no one would risk the Nation of Dragons
No.
going against.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't last very long.
Mainly because the elves, 9 times out of 10, side with the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
The 1 in 10 time when they don't do when the dragons are against.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mhm.
you do hear all these different stories, and people are asking what's happening. The world is becoming a darker place. The roads now are a lot harder to cross.
Yep.
The mountains to the south where you're heading, orcs are gathering in numbers to move away from the giant migrations.
Mm-hmm.
So the giants still migrating, or they've already migrated?
The giants migrate in herds, they say, in like family units,
Okay.
and because they've never been more than family units.
Fair enough.
Now there are cities of just one giant.
Alright, someone planned that. It's a bit weird.
There's rumours of one city for each of the giant types. And no one knows what happened to the storm giants. They have disappeared.
Tend to want to live in a cloud
I
somewhere.
suspect the storm giants will probably also act as a bit of peacekeepers like the giants. I would think,
Yeah.
so.
It is rumoured that the storm giants made the giant law,
Yep.
which the first law amongst giants was never gathering more than a family unit. So all family units had to have a territory, and they could not share the territory.
Yep. Great to have something to control them, otherwise they just kill everything. And each other.
So yeah, so if the storm giants are also out of the picture, the giants are congregating.
In a conga line?
Probably.
A conga line,
Conga
going
line
all
of
the way
death.
up the L10 Tepes Mountains, then through to Rockholm.
I'm going to give that all the attention it deserves.
It's okay, it only worries the dwarves.
Yeah.
For the moment. And the northerners.
So basically everybody.
Well, the people of the northern reaches face the worst of it.
Yeah.
Ethingarians face the fallout, as do the people in Yelari.
Mm-hmm.
And Karamikos has a couple of the clans dealing with that.
Yeah.
Because apparently the hill giants are congregating in Karamikos. And from what they can tell, the world's population of giants are gathering in this region.
Okay, that's not good. That's large amounts of not good.
Yep.
And no one actually can tell you how the giants are moving because they are there one moment and gone the next.
You can't get really on the move itself.
What was that, Jeremy? Your mic just went funny.
You're saying they're on the giants rarely get seen actually moving; they just appear in new places.
Yes, they appear in new places. They occasionally see them walking in small groups, but they're not where they expect them to be when they next look for them. And being giants, they're not particularly hard to hide.
Well, normally they are fairly hard to hide. They just get like
Not hard to find.
people normally expect to be able to see them clomping around if they're.
And the fact that these giants have been managing to elude all trackers.
Yes, be wary of the storm giant ninja. He will hide behind that twig.
Well, they do say that a lot of the martial arts came from the giants.
Who's they?
Most of the teachers are monsters.
Weird people.
The giants were amongst the first to learn the craft of martial arts.
Okay.
which they applied to dragons.
Which the dragons then didn't like a lot.
Okay, so you have a wonderful night
Yep.
with the knowledge that it's going to be 2 days through the mountains to reach the Duke's Road Keep.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those nights you're going to be perched on the top of the mountain.
Fun.
So make sure you got your winter woolies.
Yeah, don't make that mistake.
Yes. Well, yeah, the Northerners have their ships and the Dwarves have their forges with built-in heating. And we've got Lehman's tiny hut. So we're good.
You have that spell?
I have that spell as a ritual.
Nice.
That's why I learned it.
It is pretty useful.
Just making sure I get the names right. So Black Peak Mountains. So the Black Peak Mountains are known for their orcs,
Yep.
and Alternate Mountains are known for the giants.
Okay.
And you're crossing between the two of them.
Wonderful. We're going to have such a time.
So it is the lowest point between the two is where you're crossing.
Excitement.
Well,
And
it means we might not see either of them. Because it's kind of border territory for both.
True.
Of course, the fact that it's a main caravan route probably means we'll quite happily see both because they'll be quite regularly interrupting caravan, particularly as the locals said, it's been dark times.
True.
And the discussions are that the orcs have been migrating into the place where the frost giants have lived. So they've taken the
Right.
entire pass.
Brilliant.
It's considered orc territory at the moment.
Yeah, which means there's going to be enough of them that try and take it back. It's not going to happen.
Well, I say, after Peter's spoken, been in the tavern for a couple of hours type stuff,
Yeah.
spoken to locals, got the stories and the local news and information, he'll
Yeah.
aim for a fairly early night to turn in.
Yep.
In the stable. And
When you turn in, you notice that the Drizzle's horse on the end has his head hanging over the stalls in a rather awkward position.
well, that's right. I say
Yeah.
I was there when Drazzle applied the illusion onto it, so we know exactly what it is.
Yeah, but shouldn't we tell Drazzle to tell his horse to
Not to monster the other horses.
Yeah, well
Well, no, it's the thing. If he's hanging over the stalls, he's closer to the horses than he really should be.
I'm more concerned about the head going than the other horses
And
and,
get-
humans being freaked out by this. Like,
Well, it was one of the
horse
reasons
stable boy,
why-
when he comes in at 5 a.m.
yeah, like that's
Yeah.
one of the
It was
worries I have.
one of the reasons why Peterdeer was sleeping in the stables.
I don't care
Yes.
that much if the horses are scared. I'm more concerned about everyone else worried why this horse is going and walking around with a weird head.
Yeah.
Well, I will mention to the Drake that, you know, if your master expects you to pretend to be a horse, you've got to put some effort into looking like a horse.
Do you speak Draconic?
Yeah.
It sort of looks at you. And then it tries, well, it has this problem of sleeping while standing up. It can't do that.
the way horses can. Although quite a lot of horses will actually lie down
You can lie down.
in one of the stalls.
He is on one of the stalls. He's just, blowing out of the stall.
Yeah.
It looks more like a cat trying to sleep than a horse.
Well, curl up so you're just all in the stall, like a cat would do.
But not like a horse would.
Yeah. Okay,
But
it's
the point
less,
being that, yes,
it's less weird
It-
that he
that's right.
curls up in a ball.
Inside the
Then-
stall, he can lie down on the floor,
Yeah.
on the stall floor, and it's less visible. So,
Yes.
Well, he takes your advice and curls up in the stall. He was actually pretending to be a horse by having his head hang out like all the other horses were. Just what on horses hang their head over the stall door.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when he falls asleep, it then droops over.
Oh,
It
right.
droops.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes.
So he was attempting to look like a horse until he fell asleep.
Kudos to him. Just needs to be aware of accidental, neck elongation. Which would be kind of creepy while your horse looks like a freaking giraffe.
So he was basically asleep on the floor with his head hanging over the door.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd be creeped out if someone else did that.
And then, yes, I will rest up in the warmth and comfort of the elk.
Now you hear the slight scratching of wood as the Drake gets himself comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, morning turns up and people are raving of the party the night before.
Yes. And nobody's complaining about lack of horses.
Not all the horses are there. No horses gone missing.
Yep.
And the noblemen are all looking bleary-eyed if they think of, we haven't had alcohol for 2 whole days.
Yeah.
They're all on detox.
Oh dear.
I guess you would be when not that much alcohol comes through these parts.
Oh, they've got kegs in their boats.
Yes.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Give me an insight roll.
Okie dokie. Is that all of us? Or
No, just you.
Okay. Do I feel insightful today? Let's have a look. Apparently.
That's a spell.
That's a 15.
For being rude at
Okay,
people.
you do notice that the Northerners are all jumping around your friend.
To find which friend?
Halfling friend.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a given.
So every time they go to reach for a flagon or something, they look his way, and then decide not to reach for said flagon.
Okay.
What's the history behind that? I wonder.
He told them not to be drunk, and what he would do to them if they did.
Oh yes, right. I get it. Yep.
But he did offend any of you guys noticing.
Yep.
Well, that wouldn't have been very hard. Just go and talk quietly to the Northerners.
I guess when you've beaten the crap out of everyone versus 7, you would kind of listen to them.
Yes.
Well, Benedict will once again take the lead. He's certainly not distracting himself with whistles
Yeah.
on the road today, so...
Okay, as you're heading that way, you find that Phipps is walking along beside you because he's on the lookout for his second racial enemy.
Okay.
Orcs and dwarves are the racial enemies of halflings.
Fair enough.
They actually get bonuses attacking iron. That's how much of a racial enemy they are.
Well, okay, I will certainly, if he's talkative and while staying alert, we will certainly take the opportunity to converse
Yes.
as we travel along. Did he ride a horse?
No, he just walks.
But has no trouble keeping up with the pace of the dwarves and the things anyway?
No, he seems to be quite fast for a little guy.
Yeah. Well, there's always magic items to handle this.
Oh, no, that's I've got
Even
no
if he's not
problem
doing
being
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means that, yes, during times when we are talking, then Penetier will probably walk as well because, hey, it means it's not talking quite so far down.
He says his main reason for going up front is he wants to avoid an ambush where possible. He also mentions to you he's advised the Northerners and the Dwarves not to get drunk because he doesn't want a whole bunch of drunkards getting them killed through the burn pass.
Valid.
And they got his point when he elaborated a few days ago.
I was under the impression for some of the Northerners that they tend to fight better when drunk, don't they?
They tell you that.
But they tell you that, but they also bring on the combat when they're drunk. Whereas
that I can definitely understand. Yes,
we have a
indeed.
chance of passing through without incident if they're not yelling battle every 5 minutes.
Yes.
Can fully understand that. Okay, with Peridic's background as a watchman, he's yes, I understand the idea of drunken louts.
Your background is, in comparison to your track record.
What are you saying?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Just a couple of proteges.
That's okay, one moved on, two technically moved on in a different way.
Yeah. It's not just on the old belt, eh?
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Different pole notch.
Sigh.
Okay, so Jeremy, perception roll.
Uh, 27.
Okay, so looking up ahead, you do notice that on either side of the path are groups of orcs gathered.
How big a group are we talking about here?
You're looking at about 20 odd on each side.
I'll ensure that Mr. Phipps has recognised the company, and how far ahead are they?
They're probably about half a mile away.
Half a mile.
They're not being subtle, they have bonfires going.
Right.
Okay.
So Pip says to you, do you want the group on the left or the right?
Of course he does.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we wouldn't want to allow the dwarves to be sat on the front.
He doesn't care what the dwarves want, he just doesn't want to waste time while they have to go back and get their vehicle they forgot to chock.
Yeah.
Or when they go charge, you mean?
Yes, they have a tendency to forget about things such as something they're pushing on wheels will roll backwards if they're not pushing it.
Yeah. Little tiny things.
You've seen that happen more than once.
Do you think they'd invent brakes?
They have. They always forget to do it in combat. The excitable things they are. Almost as bad as the Northerners who insist they should be drunk for combat, but are worse when they're drunk.
Yeah.
So I want to roll for how many years the handbrake will be invented.
Well, they all have the dwarves
They've
all
got
have
them.
handbrakes, they just forget to use them.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring our own handbrakes, like bricks.
They would probably work.
This is just that you get the others and we go scout. You go scout out one, he'll scout out the other.
And meet in the middle.
And when you finish scouting, the others will pass you without noticing.
Yeah. I'll have Oyo take off and sort of fly directly overhead.
Okay.
Get some view of what's going on that way.
I must say, Penalty is not really of the opinion that it's appropriate for 3 or 4 people to take on 40 plus orcs.
Well, it's not 40, you do 20, I'll do the other 20. So you'll be perfectly fine with that.
Well,
I'll get some of them.
Seems legit.
And you don't have to kill them, he's got quite the kit of herbs and spices to add to their meal. They're all secret, you know. The best is the 7 that he's got. You mix them together and it's absolutely fantastic. You've never had anyone not compliment that meal.
I'm sure.
So did you want some 2 feet to the orcs on your side and he'll do the ones on the other?
So, well, okay, Penadier is of the opinion to let the party know that, yes, we have opposition ahead.
Right.
He's also of the opinion that, no, the Caravan folks should be aware of the upcoming danger because, as I said, the halfling might be very confident taking on 20 by himself, but Penadier, as being the old wise man of the tribe, recognises the strength in numbers.
Yeah, not me.
Okay, so he's happy to follow your advice.
So which group is Drazzle going after?
Drazzle sort of looks as if I'm supposed to go after orcs.
I guess not.
What have these orcs done?
Tried to
Bandits.
kill.
What they're likely to
bandits
do
and our
when
friend.
we can't go through.
So you know they tried to kill bandits and your friends?
Not exactly, but I'm
He
told.
gets out his book and starts writing. So we should kill them for something they haven't done yet.
Let me get back to you on that one.
But didn't you just say we should go after them?
Yes, I'm having second thoughts.
Okay. Come back to me when your thoughts are on first thoughts. Second thoughts don't seem so great.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Pedadir will inform the Norsemen and the Dwarves that
Yep.
there appear to be a couple large bands of orcs ahead of us.
The first thing you get from them are which side is the halfling going and can we go the other?
Sounds fair.
Tell them the other side,
I
and then
d-
make sure it's the halfling side.
So we get to
Well,
take on the other half.
Pedadir didn't actually decide with the half because he wasn't planning on taking a half. So obviously we should proceed with caution at this stage. What's the terrain like with us right now?
Okay, so you've got a steep road that you're following up and over the mountain.
Yep. So we're going uphill at the moment,
You're going uphill.
and the orcs are further up the hill.
The orcs are have the high ground on the slopes above the path
Right.
on either side. So it will require climbing kit to get up to where they are, or
Yeah.
actually being good in mountain climbing.
Or good missile weapons.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not mounted terrain unless you're Dresden.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So effectively we're coming into a great ambush site.
Or you're riding a goat.
Is that true?
Yeah. So basically coming into a great ambush site.
You are.
Right. Okay. So then, we'll
So
see.
we treat it
So
as
in
a
that
trap.
sense,
Yep.
And
do the
swing it.
Northmen and or dwarves feel like they are able to climb up, scale those rises to reach the orcs?
Let's see. The dwarves believe that they can quite easily do that because they're broad and bred in the mountains. Of course they can take these orcs out. These orcs are not going to hinder them.
And the northerners,
The northerners look at the sleeping going,
if you lean your boats over, you can get 25 metres just from your masts.
Well, no, they should lean them the other way so they can fire the cannon straight up.
Well, that way as well. They go up the mast, get up there, and then tilt it the other way. Well, probably ballista rather than cannon, but yeah.
they're sort of looking at it going, I don't think we can get out there.
Well, that's all right. If you guys stay here and protect the caravans,
Yep. We'll get up there and we'll go and make a
I-
mess of things.
I will quietly go and put a clock behind each of the dwarven chariots while talking to them.
Yep.
So
And then, yes, I would suggest that the dwarves and those of us who think we can climb or ascend in some way
Yep.
look to take on the orcs if needed.
So you can only climb up one side. Which side do you wish to climb?
I was planning on flying up.
Yep.
you can fly.
Is it adventure? Of course you can fly.
That's not a given. I can't fly yet.
Because I'm assuming they've seen us. So therefore it's not a case of being a stealthy sort of approach at this stage. Or at least not for everybody a stealthy approach.
Yes.
So,
I think I'm
so
going to
yeah,
follow
so
our halfling friend.
Although I'm thinking of switching mirror image for waft, just to get the altitude.
You see a flag get raised over Drazzle's caravan.
So Drowsel raised a flag.
No, I mean halfling did. He decided to. It's best to warn orcs beforehand they're about to die.
So he's using Drazzle's wagon as a flagship.
Well, I believe it's more the
Caravan.
idea that Drazzle's wagon was the most
comes
convenient
Caravan.
thing to raise his standard.
How happy is
Yeah.
Drazzle with this?
He's more than happy.
He's fine, because...
That's something different he's writing about.
Well, think also of what's protecting that wagon.
Well, yes.
And
Yeah,
you
it's
can
probably the
see-
safest thing to put a flag on. Right
Give
at the front of
me
it.
a.
Can I see what sort of weapons they're armed with?
They are armed with spears,
Oh.
swords.
I don't see any bows.
Not many bows because it is harder for them to get access to wood, so most of their spears are metal or stone based.
Was that class intelligence?
Okay.
Was that a particular skill roll?
What did you get?
I got an actual 20.
Natural 20. Okay, looking at it, you recognize it. It's the equivalent of the Red Pirate Robert's flag.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But specifically one who hunts down and kills orcs slowly.
Right. So
So
he's
he's-
using fear tactics.
Well, yeah, it's him.
Well, yes.
He's an
That's,
in-
that's why I'm following him.
Yes. Hi, I've got both fully trained and 2 feats for intimidation.
That's why I want to. Well,
Yeah.
at least Tidal's curious to see how he performs in large scale combat. He's seen 7 people, he wants to see 20 now.
And you can hear him calling out, "Hey, you guys!"
Yes. Stealth was never an option for this mission.
Well, I said it's like
Not really, no.
Penadier is willing to actually fly up and be very obvious and potentially attract attention from people if they were attempting to sneak up more carefully. Apparently, the halfling will also aim to attract attention.
So he's causing a distraction for you.
Right, okay.
So the orcs on the right are paying close attention and pack up and start heading further up the mountain.
Get down thick.
The orcs on the left apparently think someone ringing the dinner bell and they're getting ready for combat.
Okay.
Yes, well.
So,
I'm gonna follow wherever the halfling goes.
well, if you guys are going with the halfling up the left-hand side, then I guess I'll actually
Yeah,
aim
we'll go that
to fly up. I'll make certain that the right-hand side remains clear, and then I can also I could shoot across at the other side anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
He seems to have no problem running up the side of the wall.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yes. They're sort of shoes or slippers for that sort of thing. We've seen them. We've seen them
Yes.
before.
Stefan has seen other variations, but yes.
Yes.
He doesn't seem to have any on.
Oh, what, he's barefoot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, well, you can get variations on it, like anklets of spider climbing,
Yeah, that's true.
toe ring of spider climbing.
What about foot hair of spider climbing?
Foot
What about
weeks.
what about just
Specifically for halflings.
Just not a Prince Albert. That's for something else.
We had that in Shadowrun.
That's just frightening.
This is going a peculiar direction.
Well, I gave someone a Hello Kitty Prince Albert Power Fruits.
Why?
Because he wanted the Power Fruits. And I gave him a second hand one.
He was being a dick! Okay, I'm done. I'm a hero all week.
Yes.
He didn't have to take it.
So basically, I guess the party moved forward down the ravine until we're a couple hundred feet or something, and then people will start climbing.
And then we can make a mess of things.
Yep.
I mean, the opponents.
Okay, so you can see moving towards you, currently only 6, as the rest of them are thinking that you're ready to pray. They're getting ready to cook the spoils of war.
So,
Well, so half can get out weapons, the other half get out like spices.
Yep.
Okay.
They're getting the fire pits going.
so Pettidier will fly up on to the other side, blowing his whistle.
Yep.
Technically, they roll the one on their ability to notice what the party is doing.
Okay.
Right, so we're preparing to fight them, and they're going, oh look, they're so frightened. They're running around like ants. This is going to be very yummy.
Okay, so the 6 of them slide down into the ravine in front of you with their spears ready.
Is
Yelling out in broken common, you shall pay your way through. As a bunch of dwarves come charging their way.
Yes.
pay as in money or as in lives?
I don't think they care.
Right.
One or the
Well,
other.
they were
because
thinking money.
If you don't pay them,
Unfortunately,
they'll kill you.
we're going
and
to
take all
pay
your
in
money
their
anyway.
lives.
Right. So there was never an option in the first place. It's just
No.
bad
No, there
language
wasn't.
skills.
Okay, so they basically came down and they're in the middle of arguing amongst themselves over who has the right to pilfer the undead first as the orcs hit them.
I'm guessing this is where Fitz would kind of do his shtick.
Well, I mean, he's sort of standing back letting everyone else do the...
Okay,
he
he's
doesn't want to kill
happy,
still.
he's happy for dwarves and orcs to kill each other.
He's two-handed enemies fighting each other. This is popcorn time.
How far away are they?
They are about 30 feet up the path from the first wagon.
How far away from us?
You guys, if you're with Drazzle, he's at the back. Prady was at the front with his stag, so Prady would be 30 feet from them.
Right, so Peridia was flying up onto the other hillside.
And Drazzle would have been
Yeah.
about 90 feet behind at the back, bringing up the rear.
Yeah, basically it's what's in the range of my spells.
Okay.
And what's in the range of his bow.
Well, he's flying, so he has a bonus.
Ah, yes. He has rather a large bonus.
He's aerial support.
Yes.
I was planning on landing on the other hillside before I actually started to shoot, but
Yeah,
I
you
could
can
start
do it.
shooting in the air.
Do it on the way. Do it on the way. It's all
Well,
good.
Just
no,
don't
the
whistle.
problem is that I can't really shoot in the air because I've got to continue to play the whistle.
Good point. You can't shoot with your feet.
Well,
Yes.
I haven't practiced that much.
Yeah.
You
And
need
not
to
with
practice
boots on.
playing with your feet.
And not with boots on.
Mm.
So I'm planning on actually landing on the other hillside, confirming that the other orcs have actually cleared out,
Yeah.
and then I will shoot at ones that are actually engaged or about to engage.
Yeah. Whereas I'm working out what am I going to use first. If they're going to do terror weapon stuff, we should have a little bit of fun, shouldn't we?
Okay, so you see that the 6 orcs who jumped down were swarmed by the 9 dwarves.
Right.
They didn't stand a chance.
No.
Oh, well that was over quick.
And you've got another 14 orcs visible up on the hillside with the... Still
No.
preparing. Still preparing for the feast after they...
How far up there are they?
They're probably about 60 feet outside the mountain.
Just in range. I have to step forward a little bit, so I'll do a move forward. And drop a flaming sphere in the middle of them.
Okay.
If they're building a fire, I'm going to help.
They're kind of
Yes. And it just happens they get to make dex rolls to take only half damage. That's their only defense, apart from running away faster than I can move it. And seeing I can move it at a speed of 30. Fortunately, away is actually a really good one because I can't actually move it much further away from me. However, it's going to be bloomp, and then I'm basically going to spin it in a circle until they work out what's going on.
And then when you stop concentrating on it, it'll start rolling down the hill to you.
Which is why I'm going to tell it to go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is Stefan following the little halfling up the mountainside?
yes I am.
Give me an athletics roll.
Ugh. Do we have any rerolls today?
1.
Oh god.
Was that a 1?
No, it was a 2 plus a.
Let's face it, it doesn't really matter if you get left
It's
behind.
a 4.
Yep.
It's a 4.
It's only your pride that'll get hurt.
So
Okay.
I'm falling behind pretty bad.
So, as you go to run up the wall following the halfling, you slip, face plant into the wall,
Yep.
and a moment later a rope dangles down beside you.
As I'm rubbing my nose, I will notice the
Hey,
rope.
that was a really good rope summoning trick, cantrip.
Yes, it
I like
apparently
that. It worked well.
requires possibly breaking your nose to do it, but
Well, you did.
Drozzle calls out, "Well done, Tidal."
thank you. You saw nothing, and I will climb up.
There's a pin up on top there,
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
and
Yes.
a halfling, sort of standing there, holding the other end of the rope.
Oh, it was a halfling. I thought it was
Yeah.
just a pin.
Look, he's looking innocent.
The
as far as he can.
reason you failed so badly on your climb was that you realised, oh, that's right, I don't run up vertical surfaces. I've got to
that's
climb up
correct,
vertical
yes.
surfaces.
I am
damn.
not Neo. I am
But
not
yes,
the one.
It's going to be put down the ball and basically do that with it. See how many of them I can get.
Do I have to roll a climb check, or just assume that I can?
No, it's an easy task when you've got a knotted rope.
Yes.
That's what a knotted rope's there for. Okay, so you both, unless of course you roll a 1, but that's unless you really want to roll.
Yes.
I'll be okay for now.
So you managed to make it up onto the ridge. You can see that the orcs only now notice that there's someone up there.
Okay. They might start noticing the arrows arriving.
Yes. Are they distracted by a 5-foot ball of flame
They are.
I'm more
that
concerned
appears
if
to have
they're-
come out of their own fire?
And from what you can you understand orc?
No.
Does anyone here understand orc?
Nope.
No.
I can do giant.
The only racial ones I've got are Draconic and Elvish.
They are currently yelling at each other.
Right.
And pointing at the flame in the center.
They're probably blaming each other for doing it. You fucked up the cookfire, you stupid prick.
Or one's arguing if you use oregano or thyme to throw on the fire.
Yes.
Let's hope so.
Yes. Oh, it's got to be the second. Time to die.
So while you're there,
Does a 17 hit?
a 17 hits perfectly. Give me some damage.
7 points of damage.
He goes down.
Which
And Pip says, should I, explain to them that fire is not good?
the orcs or us?
No, he says the orcs.
Okay, how many
He pulls out a little vial.
how many orcs did my ball roll over?
Quite a few. They sort of
They're, well,
trying to keep out of the way, but they're for the whole they're still making a game out of it.
yes.
Dodge the ball,
Yeah, well, they still take damage. Yeah.
but they're still orcs.
Why would you
Yeah.
let them know that this is a bad thing? Wouldn't they be able to tell themselves? I mean, are we trying to save these guys here, or what's?
Maybe.
Are we trying to form a peace treaty with these guys?
Well, no, he wants
No,
the
not the
orcs to survive to kill more dwarves.
Because he's a halfling.
Well, yes, I guess. But should we really be taking out dwarves unnecessarily?
If I hit them with this, they go bye-bye.
What, the dwarves or the orcs?
Whoever he throws it at.
Right. So we want them to go forward, not backwards.
Well, they're up further up the hill and down the slope.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Well, I can't think. Like, I can't blame your logic. I feel like we shouldn't be attacking our fellow dwarves.
I wouldn't be doing any attack whatsoever. It's just the mountain.
You're causing the mountain to do. Yeah.
So, what would you like? Would you like me to make the orcs go bye-bye?
I think they're currently killing themselves by being on fire with a giant orb and playing volleyball with it.
Well, they think they're in control of it.
Then sit down and watch.
I'm going to have it follow the movements of one of their control. Someone's doing control movements. I'm going to follow him with it.
Okay.
And he's going to roll it over one of the other orcs.
So he seems to look as if he's in control of it. The other orcs grab him and toss him into it.
I'm not surprised. I do it to the next one. How many hit points do these guys appear to have? Like, how quickly do they go down?
7 to 10.
Right.
Does a 14 hit?
It's doing
14 will hit because they're currently
Yeah.
distracted.
Yes, it's doing that many dice +2 plus my charisma bonus on the first one.
So if it hits
per
them
hit.
solidly, they're down.
Yep.
About 2 or 3
10
graces
points from
and
the
they're down.
arrow.
Yeah.
So
Well-
yes, you take another one out. And
Yeah.
so they're slowly falling to arrow fire and fleeing.
I'm keeping watch to make certain that the ones on my side don't come back.
Yes, that'll take one down even on half damage.
Though you do
So-
notice there is a package there of pipe smoke left on the place where the campsite was.
I will pick that up before I move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm surprised he's just okay. Yep.
Hmm?
No, I'm just surprised our halfling friend is just so eager to take out anyone.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be
Well-
surprised at the same time.
If anyone's going to start having problems, I'm going to keep control of the ball of flame. I'm going to start throwing eldritch bolts at people because that should mess them up rather nicely.
okay, so he's just sitting there watching you take out stuff. He says, "Would you like to go, get poked at by orcs, or just watch them all burn?" This is better than popcorn. He says.
Yes, well, some of those orcs are actually popping, so
You still haven't figured out where it's coming from.
well,
Because everyone appeared in their fire pit,
yes, exactly.
right when they were creating fire.
I am trained in deception.
Yes, your aggressive diplomatic ways are legendary.
Yes. Well, there's one of the spells that I just had a look at, one of the elven spells. I looked and went, you what? It's a necromantic spell, and the material component is a silver goblet of my own blood.
Is 6 points enough to take out one?
Which is, yeah,
And
Yep,
so-
he goes down. He was already a bit burnt.
it
Okay.
specifies, I think it's half a pint, which is rather a lot.
So you manage to take down enough of them that they sort of go, "We're out," and start running.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is it halfling's friend's policy to hunt them down and finish them?
Well, that sounds like work, he says.
Okay.
Well, Pettidier
Yes.
will make certain that they keep running, or at least not stop running, one way or the other.
I'm gonna keep shooting at them with fire and force bolts and various other things as they leave until they keep going. Yes.
Okay, so after they run off, he heads back down and says, "Do you need to use the rope down, or do you want to just slide?"
I'll use the rope, thanks.
Okay.
Seeing as I didn't do so well at climbing up.
Once you
Yeah.
climb down, he hooks it all and just slides down.
That's expected. He has the
Hmm.
better skills for it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, shadowy retribution. Doesn't specify much blood, but goblets like that much. But if I go to 0 hit points, it turns me into a shadow. Or several shadows, depending on how many spell slots I use to cast it.
So what was in that vial he was going to use?
Oh, he says, "Oh, that's just a few drops of dragon's blood."
So it's like Alchemist Fire?
No, it's pretty much anti-magic.
Anti-magic?
Anti-magic combined with magic, big boom.
Right.
It's an alchemical version of an antimatter explosion.
Good to know.
He procured it while in his travels. He's only got a couple of vials left.
Yeah.
Would it really been worthwhile to use in this situation if it's that valuable?
Taking out half the mountainside.
Yes, but... Yeah, okay.
So,
Big
yeah,
boom.
so Pettidier will have a look around the campsite
Yes.
that was rapidly left on my side,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
They pretty much packed up everything except for that pouch of tobacco they left behind.
okay, I will collect that, and then I'm assuming you guys checked out the other side while you're up there, did you?
Nope, they just went
I
down
was
and got
just-
checking it out.
Yeah, I was just shooting things. I haven't even gone up there yet.
No, but I thought that Tidal went up, didn't he?
He did,
I
but
did
and
with,
then-
what's his name?
the ones who didn't run off were burnt. So
Yeah, that guy, but-
all the area there was burnt.
I know that Phipps went down again, but did Tidal check out at all on the other side before he left?
He did not.
I will fly over to the other side and
And see.
then come back down to the caravan.
Okay, when you
Cool.
find out over there is that they were apparently a different clan of orcs,
Right.
and these guys were basically just scouts.
Okay.
So it was a scout outpost,
Right.
one on each side of the ravine.
Yep.
Right. So,
So
they're scouting each other
possibly
as much as
possibly
anything else.
watching each other as much as watching the
Yeah,
road for
exactly.
potential targets.
Yep. Hmm.
Okay. Well, in fact, before I come down, I'll search the other side, and then I will signal for the caravan to make its way through,
Yep.
and then I'll come down to the caravan after they're past the ambush point, and
Coming
we know
through-
they're not about to come at it again.
Coming through the ambush point takes them about an hour, and on the other side of that they can see the ridge top, and just
Yeah.
over that is a campsite.
Cool.
Okay. Like a spot where it's convenient to camp for the caravan, or you mean a campsite of orcs?
Oh no, it's a convenient place for people to camp because it's the most defended spot of the trip.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this would be where all caravans stop for the night, and there would be a couple of guard posts here.
Yep.
So this is where they mentioned the fact that yes, we'll be camping the night at the top of the ridge.
Yep.
Mhm.
So it would have some. It would be the border guard post for the Darrakan and Karamikos,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and they would be checking to make sure that you're not carrying any of their wanted criminals.
Well, I'm certainly not. And
No.
and he's a cook.
The halfling might qualify, but we don't know.
Oh no, he says he's just the cook. He's got the paperwork to show it.
Yep.
Okay.
And if anyone recognises him, he's got enough intimidation for them to say, "Yeah, no, that's not him."
But he does pay them nicely to say, "Why don't you go get a drink?"
Yeah.
Of course, you'll have to wait until we leave before you do that.
Yes.
He doesn't like people drinking when he's there.
Yeah. I so want this as a ritual.
It's,
Thunderstorm.
What, the sun's not good enough for you?
No, thunderstorm. It's actually a flight spell which I can use on other people,
Okay.
which lasts for quite an amount of time. It's just you're very noticeable because you're a 30-foot ball of lightning and thunder. It just you've got a flight speed. Having that as a ritual would be brilliant, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so the night you have is apparently the quietest that the guards have had that night.
Yeah. Of course,
Well,
we don't want to stay
We
here.
will
for too
explain to the guards that, okay, we did come across a couple bands of orcs, but
Yeah.
we chased them off or ensured that some of them wouldn't bother anyone again.
long.
Jeremy, you do notice that the pouch of tobacco you have has labeling on it.
Okay, I was about to ask them about tobacco, so
Yeah.
So it is in Traldaran and it says Eastshire.
Oh.
Teldarin, I can speak and read, so yep. Eastshire, as in Halfling Eastshire.
It is.
Well, probably good stuff then, but the I'm not certain that it'll bring the ancestors to me.
Yeah.
Well, there is rumoured that the halfling weed is some of the best in the country.
Like I say, I'm sure
Generally,
it's good
yeah,
tobacco.
They're the good ones at it.
So,
Well, it may not be tobacco, it may be just weed.
well, I'll work on the idea of making tobacco at this stage.
Yeah.
If it's weed, then it might bring the ancestors.
That's actually true. Meditate the right way, have a smoke of this stuff. Actually, that would be a reason for the Atruaghin to trade with the halflings, or with people who trade with the halflings.
It's one thing getting visions from your ancestors. It's another thing smoking your ancestors.
And then meeting them face to face anyway.
Hey, look, some of the orcs actually have a meal with their ancestors.
Hmm.
Of their ancestors.
Yeah. Well.
Meet your uncle. See, here's his leg.
Yeah, that would be an awkward conversation.
Would it be like sitting around a table and going, "Where's Eddie?"
Yeah, but then you'd be like, Uncle, your spleen tastes delicious. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only the family tastes best.
Yeah.
I have so many jokes about that one.
Hmm.
Worse than incest jokes, cannibalism jokes.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, the guards are more than happy to let you guys through, as apparently one group of orcs has quit the mountainside for the week.
Mm-hmm.
The week.
Apparently, they think the further they can get away from the path, the more likely they'll survive the night.
That's probably true. Yes.
I believe that's the diplomatic version of fuck the ship, we're out.
Yeah. Yes. It might be worthwhile checking their campsite to see if they left anything behind. But
Didn't
the one I pointed at got a bit. Oh no, he did too.
He did.
The one I pointed at got a bit charred.
That's where we got the pipeweed from. And
No, I got the pipeweed from the other side, but
From the other side, yeah.
And then you also checked the charred one, and it didn't have much there. Most
no,
of it.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Got a bit charred.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, well, orders of fire tend to do that.
Yeah.
So talking to the I'll try and take the opportunity to talk to the guards and find out what sort of what's the trade and travel been like in the last few months. So is this road? Have they had trouble with giants migrating? Apparently, orcs moving in.
They say that most caravans coming through here get harassed by orcs.
Okay.
The number of caravans making it through is reducing.
Right.
And they're basically not expecting trade to continue through winter months when it normally does. So winter months can be too dangerous, and looking at closing the border over the winter.
Is there any appetite or scope towards increasing patrols along the road to allow trade to continue?
They have been increasing patrols, but the orcs have been escalating, so they're looking at actually mounting an expedition to push the orcs back.
Yep.
But that requires
lot of
funding
people.
and people. And basically fighting the orcs on their home territory, not recommended.
No.
Because these guys basically come from anywhere. They've been known to spring up in the middle of a campsite and kill everyone while they sleep,
Yep.
with no tracks anywhere.
Yes. Because they're good at this stuff.
So you are in the orcs' home.
Hmm.
Yes, as much as it might be claimed by Darrakhan or Katamikos, that's a line on the map.
Yeah.
Yep. And as far as they're concerned for the border is the only safe point between the two cities, between the two nations.
And it's these guys that are guarding that thin red line.
Yeah.
Literally a thin red line. I have a little red line on the map. So, just for Jeremy's perspective. Oh. Let's see if you can actually see it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Although, admittedly, the black lines are much more visible, but yeah, there you go. There's the red line, yes.
Yeah.
Thin red line, literally.
Yeah.
Imagine that, though, if that was like a character concept. Like, your job is painting a red line across your entire nation. Like, that is your job.
It's a lot of red paint.
It is. You need, like, prestidigitation red paint.
And then as you take a couple of steps, the old one fades and disappears.
Yes.
Someone points this out after 2 weeks of painting. You know that's not going to stay, right?
Well, no.
Damn, I gotta go and learn that first level bloody transmutation spell.
but just before they let you know that it wouldn't last, you get locked up for graffiti.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, graffitiing the 10-foot piece of road you're on. And nothing else.
And that only lasts where you concentrate. So someone breaks your concentration.
Yes.
So, the Caravan guards,
Yep.
do they give indication as to whether or not, now that we are moving into Katamikos proper, are we more likely to see orcs before the Duke Road Keep, or...
No, the Duke's Road Keep patrols up to the border. They're not allowed to go further due to treaties.
That's fully understood, and that's why I was thinking, yes, I'm not surprised that we necessarily came across orcs on the other side, but we're expecting to get... We shouldn't need to worry about orcs on the downhill of the mountain. Is that the case?
That should be the case.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they won't attack in force if they do, but if orcs are coming, the troops will not be far behind.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the Griffin Riders patrolling this side of the border.
Yeah.
So large groups of orcs moving are spotted quickly and attacked.
Mm-hmm.
How many weeks have we been since we left?
It is...
At least 2, I think.
At least 2, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that means...
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks to Salonika, so... And then it's been another, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that
Since
means,
then.
that means Cassius is already in Speculum.
So you're on day 23 since you left Dorothy City.
Yeah, so he's been there for almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So this is where the whole going by foot does take a long time.
Yeah,
Yes, it
he
do.
said it was about a month or something.
Yes.
And so you do have a restful night. The guards are happy to give you any more information if you want to. And they are talking about, most of the guards here do know the Gnomish Caravan, and they're talking wistfully of when they used to watch it as a child, and the gnomes would hand out toys to all the kids as they passed.
Yeah.
But they haven't got any other stories or rumours as to what happened, why it stopped?
They blame the mountain dwarves, because the mountain dwarves hate the mountain dwarves of Rockholm hate gnomes.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they're a reasonable target, even if it's wrong.
Of course, do they make those tales in the hearing of our dwarves?
Yep.
Oh dear.
And how do the dwarves react?
I mean, most of them go, they shrug, well, yeah, we do hate gnomes, normally.
Oh, that's right, they're mountain dwarves.
Hmm. Yes.
And if you ask one of the mountain dwarves about it?
Well, I say that I'll certainly inquire as to whether or not when we heard a rumour that the mountain dwarves were involved, what their understanding of the situation was.
Well, from them you learn that they consider the gnomes to be a offshoot of the dwarves,
Oh, okay.
as they were created from dwarves.
Uh-huh.
So most dwarves don't like to admit that a lesser race was created from them.
Yes. Neither side likes the idea, I don't think.
The gnomes are quite happy to say they came from dwarves, they were improved upon.
Another reason for the dwarves not to like it.
But the mountain dwarves that we're travelling with are not directly aware that the Gnomish Caravan was deliberately attacked by dwarves.
Well, they wouldn't attack it, that would be beneath them, they say.
Yes.
The dwarves would want to show them up by making better, faster, more efficient stuff than the gnomes do. So the gnomes are crazy.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Gnomes
Just
can be crazy.
confirm, based on the relations between gnomes and dwarves, you would not expect that the gnomes would have been carrying dwarvish-made weaponry for trade to others?
Probably. We have a...
Yeah.
We've never had a war between the two. In our entire history, there's never been conflict. It's more of a apathy of the dwarves.
You dislike each other, but not enough to actually. It's not actually worth fighting over on a national level.
From the Dwarven,
it might be fighting over individual, but not necessarily national.
The Dwarven nation considers the Gnome Nation to be their poor idiot cousin.
Yeah.
Right.
So if the Gnome Nation was ever in any strife, the dwarves would rise up and help.
Yeah.
They have no
So,
reason to attack.
But like any family squabbles or things like that, you'll get bickering and fighting within the family until the family gets attacked
That is correct.
from outside.
We have the best insults.
Yep.
Of course.
And we've worked for centuries to hone them.
Yes.
Both sides. You really know when
Way
you're
people
loved
go.
by a gnome when they actually insult you based on your ancestral heritage. Including in
So-
the insult each of your parents.
In
And
our
their
discussions so
ancestors.
far, either with other people or with the dwarves at this stage, do our characters yet know that of the effectively the gnomish city above High Forge?
The High Forge is a gnome capital. It is well known as one of the heartlands of the gnomes.
I thought High
Yeah.
Forge was actually a dwarven.
Dwarves are there. The Strong Hollow dwarves have a clan there, but it is ruled by the gnomes.
Okay, I was thinking High Forge was the place where they didn't actually recognise the gnomes lived above them.
That was Rockholm.
Ah, right.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
So
My apologies.
Dengar has a mountain that is one of the tallest mountains in the world.
Yep.
And is the holy mountain of the dwarves.
Right.
So of course the gnomes build a city on top of it.
Right.
I'm presuming piss the dwarves off no end.
No, the dwarves say that there is no city above them.
That's right. They don't recognise its existence. and let's face it, it's not like the dwarves need to go to the top of the mountain very often anyway. They live
True.
inside the mountain.
Unless they decided they were going to use it as a religious site.
Oh no,
But
it is
it's
a religious site. No one's allowed up there.
Therefore, there's nobody up there.
Yeah, because the lighthouse going off at midnight is obviously the moon.
Or
Well,
like-
no, that's obviously the
Or
work of the. That's the reason it's holy. It's the work of the Immortals.
It is a place where their god placed them.
Yes.
And so no one else is allowed there.
Sigh.
There are no
It's the
roads up
Dwarven
there.
God's Forge.
Yes.
And the person who created the gnomes centered them there because he thought it was hilarious. Because he was
Gotta love Garl.
Shows him so much what his personality is.
He's also one of the dwarven gods at the same time. So the dwarves share the gods with the gnomes. So one pantheon.
Which is why he thought it was hilarious.
I feel like the gods of the dwarves kind of put the rock-home dwarves underground and kind of either A, went, you're strong enough to survive underground, or B, it's like, where the fuck do I put you? I'll just, here's a hole to shove you in there.
Something like that.
I don't know. I think you're assigning too much thought process to Garl Glittergold.
Yeah.
I'm hoping gods have a large thought process, otherwise I'm a bit concerned.
Well, it depends. There are some of the entropic gods that have no thought whatsoever.
Except the destruction.
See, look, do.
Yeah, we're not inviting them to lunch anytime soon.
Yes. We'll stay away from Cthulhu.
The worst of those goes by the name Alpax. He was the king of the Fire Genasi.
Oh yes, Mr. Yes. Conquer all, dude.
He kicked off the destruction of your people's world. Completely ripped their plane apart. Destroyed their
positive
entire
person.
plane of existence.
How rude.
And that's a Monday for him.
Because
Yeah.
someone put to a council, which was the best Genasi of them all.
And he disagreed.
No, he overruled everyone and said, this is the best Genasi of them all. And they went to war over it.
Of course they did.
Sigh.
And he became a god because he managed to rip the plane asunder. That's the lore of the Genasi.
It's like saying he
Just
became a god
rude.
because he ruined Fashion Week.
Well, he became a god in destroying your entire people.
Yep.
Well, the following day, despite the Caravan Guard's assertion that we wouldn't have to worry about orcs,
Yeah.
Penadir will again take scout and look out in front as we're going down the hill.
Yep. And I'll keep my my familiar up above us as well.
And you also have your halfling friend, Phipps. He's enjoying the new name.
I know it was something else, I just can't remember.
No, Phipps will do.
For now.
It's on my passport now, he says.
Just wait till he changes it tomorrow.
Well, if you want to change my name again, you're going to have to pay me more.
He's got
Pretty sure he has multiple names.
He's got to get new passport if you do.
That's right. Forged documents cost money, you know.
Exactly.
He's just lucky he had a blank one to fill Phipps into.
He probably just carries around blank ones and asks people to name him in random taverns and just, that's how he comes up with his names. It's like, look at me, what kind of name do you think I am? Jeeves, that'll do. There you go, I'm Jeeves this week.
Well,
oh dear.
It does help for his profession.
Yes, I can see it would.
Using a name from every location makes you a world famous cook.
Yes, it would.
Would make you world famous almost anything, really.
Okay, so the day down the mountain is bright. It is the brightest day you've had since you've been travelling.
There aren't any swamps this way, are there?
There are swamps this way.
Damn it. It's like twice in a row now. Okay.
The road skirts it.
I was going to say, looking as far as we can see, I suspect there's no swamps for a little while yet, though, because there's still a lot of mountains and hills to go through.
That's true.
You've been so going down. You spend a day from the border, and you reach the Duke's Road here.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fortress.
Okay.
One of the biggest places you've seen on this side of the mountains. The Daraconians, you've not seen any of their fortresses. You've not been near them, but this is designed to repel invasion.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, we've been near one of the Daraconian forts. Isn't that where we started the thing?
Yes.
We first went looking for the dragon campsite.
Yep.
It is. This seems to be on par to that design, but seems to be better made.
Yep.
Oh, this is the same fort where we had that blue dragon lieutenant who whooped our ass.
It's the same design.
Oh.
No, it's not the same fort, but...
No, but, brings back memories of having my ass whooped by a blue lieutenant dragon.
And the keep itself looks like it's seen its own measure of battle.
Mm-hmm.
And being repaired many times. So you can see fresh stone in lots of places, veneer on some, scars on others.
Yeah.
But it appears to be effectively well maintained then.
Very well maintained, but basically only maintaining what they need to.
Yeah.
They're not wasteful.
Alright,
right.
how long
But
do you
it
plan to
does-
stay here for?
It's basically a way station.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have thought the caravan will spend the night again, but there's no reason to actually stop here.
So as you stop for the night there, the captain of the keep greets you all.
Yep.
Okay.
Just he said word of your coming. Or did you have any trouble coming down the mountain?
Yeah. No more than minor problems.
Yeah.
No deaths, no injuries. A bit of interest.
See any orcs?
Yeah, they ran very fast after a little while.
Not coming down the mountain. The Karamican,
Yeah.
the Karamican road was well cleared, thank you.
So
Yes.
To the west of us is the main orc strongholds. We still haven't found any. They're all underground.
Right.
To the east of us, they're starting to get more foothold, but we punish them whenever they come above ground.
Yeah.
Right.
We have the keep on the road here, as well as the Castilian keep, which one of our heroes has become attached to.
Mm-hmm.
He's known as Dimitri.
Okay.
We're quite proud of him.
Sounds familiar.
Jeremy's character.
Yes.
Hmm.
He's a lieutenant of the 4th Karamikan Army.
Ah.
So he's
Yes.
currently roaming, saving the world, as you know all heroes do. But we hope he'll stop by again when we need to venture forth.
Yes.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Take out the orc.
Yes.
Yes.
Now that the giants have moved north, we have our best chance yet of ridding the region of problems.
Yep.
Just that orcs, breed like vermin and like to spread out.
Yep.
Fill the gaps, as the case may be.
Have you any understanding or awareness of why the giants moved out?
The rumours are going around that the storm giants have quit the field.
Okay.
There were suggestions that the hill giants had somewhat moved into the land as well.
Yeah, we've got them on the source of High Reach River. They seem to have set up their own town.
Okay.
And apparently all the hill giants of the world are gathering there.
Wonderful.
So
Are they causing problems at this stage?
they will soon, because if they're not providing their own food, they'll come raiding us for food.
Right.
So we've had to start moving forces into Penhaligon to prepare for such things. We've got dwarves from Highforge working away building more weapons.
Yep.
We're having to strip down Castilian Keep and this keep to bring people and keep the giants at bay, but we can't risk too much because the orcs are coming up in numbers.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we have enemies on all sides and very little men to go around.
She was hiding on top of your energy drinks. At least it wasn't under a cupboard.
There is
She
that.
wants caffeine?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Should we be at least scouting the giants' encampment?
You
Or
could,
are we ignoring that?
can you speak giant? If you can't speak giant, there's no point in investigating them.
That's
They're
a good
aggressive.
point.
We have heroes who are going off and doing these things.
Yep.
Okay.
Just that these are the things to keep aware of.
Yep.
Don't travel to the east of the road because we cannot protect you.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Never mind then.
The eastern Karamikos is a wild place. Stay away from the forest.
In these discussions, does the guard actually have a bit of a map of Karamikos that we can talk over?
The captain will take you up into his tower and show you the map of the region.
Yep.
Pointing out that the Dimrak Forest is the western edge is claimed by the Kaleri Elves, the central section is claimed by the Goblins, and the the eastern section is claimed by the Crazy Elves.
Right.
The elves who shoot first and don't talk. So the moment you know that they're there is when you get peppered by arrows. Of unusually fine quality.
Yes.
If you're peppered by arrows of horrific quality, they're the goblins. But they normally tell you they're coming first.
Looking at the map, does the area of the Wolfhold Hills between Hillfollow River and Castellan River is moderately safe?
That side is fairly safe.
It's more east of Castellan River that becomes giant territory. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the east of the road is giant territory.
Right.
Oh, okay. So even so throughout the hills, it's a bit problematic.
Yeah. So where High Reach River reaches the mountain,
Yep.
that's where they've settled.
Yeah.
Right.
But obviously they're roaming quite extensively through the hills.
They are trying to set up their own kingdom.
Mm.
Okay. So they should be disrupted as soon as possible.
There's too many of them. They
There's
cannot.
not something we can do. Yes.
They are trying to put together an army, but an army versus an army of giants is not going to survive.
And
No.
I understand that, yes, unusually enough, it is an army of giants, not just a
giant army.
a family unit anymore. Is that right?
That
Yes.
is correct. They are working together.
So what sort of numbers of, I'm assuming if they send out patrols or things like that, what sort of numbers of giants are you looking at in a patrol?
We're looking at about 50 to 100 giants in a patrol, which is
Holy.
more than we've seen in a family unit.
That's a serious sized army.
That's definitely a patrol in force.
Yeah.
Because when they're sending out groups of 10 or so, we're taking them out.
Yep.
Perfectly good response from their
Now
point
we
of
have to
view.
keep our distance.
Yes.
Even the dragon that is that they've taken their territory over has not been seen.
There's a dragon nearby, or
okay.
there was a dragon nearby?
This
There
is
was.
an ancient red dragon's territory,
Oh,
and he is not here.
right.
We believe they've taken over where his lair was,
Hmm.
and they've called that their city.
Yeah.
We've not heard of the dragon being slain, so the fact that the dragon has ceded its lair to giants is scary in itself. It
Rather
says they've
worrying.
either killed him or driven him off,
Yep.
and
Yes.
nothing we could do would even make the dragon flinch.
Well,
Okay, that's
but also I would have
mean.
thought that if you had storm giants in the area previously and they could move the dragon, I'm surprised that hill giants would be able to, even in force.
That's why
Yeah.
we're hesitant to attack their location, their city, because they've driven off an ancient red dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice bit of intimidation.
So, would you want to go to a source of power or of people who have that ability?
Not without taking it from them first.
Not particularly.
So, we're taking a hands-off approach and softly.
Yes.
And only people who can deal with giants are going in that direction. We're thinking of trying. It's rumored that we're looking at trying to form an alliance with them. Of you don't attack us, we won't attack you.
Right.
And if they will then also keep the crazy elves away and the goblins in check, we might actually be able to expand ourselves.
Right. So what do I know about
Are there normally
crazy
many
elves?
people that live in the Wolfhold Hills?
There are not a huge amount who live in the Wolfwold Hills at the moment, but they do have a reputation for being liking groups.
Wonderful.
Because the Traldaran are rumoured to be the source of the lycanthropes.
Excitement.
Pettidy is thinking, oh well, much rather blame the foreign Keldarans for the animal folk people, which the Atruaghin kept getting blamed for.
Yes.
It's nice to know that other people get the blame occasionally.
Well, look at this way: the Atruaghin worship the animal shape changes.
Yeah.
The Traldaran are cursed by them.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's a completely different belief system. So for them, turning into a wolf is a horrid curse. To the Atruaghin, becoming a wolf or a wolf tribe member is a blessing beyond reason.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm talking about, yes, as far as the stories that go outside of Atruaghin territory go,
Yeah.
and yes, they get blamed as being these vicious wolfmen or tiger men or
They're
whatever.
Atruaghin, they're like that
it's
anyway.
true, but yes, if you're being threatened in Darrakan or Glantry, it's probably not actually tribesfolk.
No.
Though one of the secrets known by the Atruaghin that you would have learned before you left is that lycanthropy is not actually a species curse.
No, anyone can get it.
And the infection you get doesn't turn you into what gave it to you.
Oh.
Basically, your belief makes the animal you turn into. So,
Right. Oh, okay.
So a werewolf can make a werebear.
Well, no. So that means that, yes, amongst the clans, you turn into the animal that your clan represents.
you either turn
Yeah,
into
because
your
that's what you
tribal, your clan, or your personal totem.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas the Chaldarans believe that you get turned into the same beast that turned you.
Yeah.
And so you do.
Yes.
So belief makes it happen.
Yep.
And certainly, yes, the Keldaran belief is the much more widespread belief
Yes.
that you get turned into what turned you.
Yeah, so what bites you turns you.
Yes.
And a lycanthrope doesn't have to pass on the disease. A animal that is not a lycanthrope can be a carrier.
Yeah. So don't get bitten by gerbils.
Well,
And
but I mean that's all just part of the fact that yes, if you get bitten by a wolf, then you turn into a wolfman, then people believe that it must have been a werewolf that turned you as opposed to a normal wolf.
Of course.
And failing a polymorph spell critically can also result in lycanthropy.
Brilliant. Much fun.
So there are interesting things that can happen.
Yeah.
So
Or as an old character of mine found out, it can also lead to schizophrenia.
Right.
but these are the Atruaghin aren't known as shape changes. They're just known as accepting people of different shapes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the animals without, as well as the animal within, are all welcome amongst their tribes.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So the one place in the world where you will find natural shape changes
Yeah.
as tribal members.
Yeah. Well, they could get, yes. Not necessarily one place in the world you find them, the one place in the world they're accepted
Yes.
and welcomed. Well,
Okay, so
it has certainly been a good opportunity to talk to the local guard captain and
Yes.
go through.
Got some useful stuff.
and he does ask, is there anything you're particularly looking for while you're coming through here? Because he has been noticing that the goblins have been flexing their muscle, and the eastern road out of Speculum to Ragalov is currently dangerous, so we wouldn't recommend taking that caravan route to Theatis.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So that's actually the reason we want to be there, isn't it?
Well, no, there were two main things that we knew of that were happening in Karamikos that might be interesting. One, the fact that the Gnome Caravan disappeared, the official reason for coming, but also the emergence of new gods and religions in the area. So, Penadir will inquire about, whether any of these new humanoid folk into the region are bringing in new religions or new faiths that seem to be popping up everywhere.
There seems to be priests coming in from various humanoid races claiming to be emissaries.
I mean, it's certainly something that, from Penadir's perspective, that he'll be aiming to basically, use that as the lead-in to also find out whether or not there's been previously unknown religions involved.
So there is this religion based around the giants, how the giants themselves are supposed to be gods.
Okay.
And how we should worship them.
I can understand that being a rumour that the giants might well encourage.
Yes.
But this is different. I don't know whether or not in Penadir's recent studies over the last 12 months or so that he'd understand enough about the giant religions and things to, obviously he's trained in religion, he also speaks giant, but to know whether or not this is part of potentially the new things that Redrian, that's the one we were talking about, that's the name I was looking for at the beginning of the session.
Thingy. Redrian.
That Redrian was saying, oh, hang on, something to look out for.
It does seem to be along those lines because it's mainly like goblins, kobolds, orcs, hobgoblins who are coming in and preaching that giants are the new gods of the world walking around, that we should all follow their lead.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the giants who were trying to suggest this. It was the humanoids.
Yep.
Yep.
And
okay, yeah.
they are citing the fact that the giants wrote the first language.
That's a big call.
Someone want to make a history check on that one?
Oh, definitely.
Roll a religion.
I got 25.
Okay, on a
I
history,
only got 22.
on a history
Bit
check,
of a poo.
I rolled well.
it is currently one of those things under debate, but they have found giant runes that predate everyone else's writing,
Okay.
and some of their runes are scattered all over the world. So, and most of those runes were for a skill that the current giants don't seem to possess to create.
Yeah. So the fact that the giants created the first language is actually basically meaningless because they've lost what they had.
Well, no, it could be the sort of thing that possibly Titans created the giant language.
True.
And the fact that the giants have started activating these runes.
Ah.
Yeah.
They've never activated them in the past.
So it possibly gives some credence to the humanoid sudden belief that they're the Immortals walking amongst us now.
Because they now have the ability to go from place to place without notice.
Yeah. That's very rude.
They're amongst the oldest of the runes.
Yes.
The next oldest are the dragons, followed by the northerners.
Right.
But certainly,
Yeah.
the amongst the Karamikons, the guard aren't talking about any new religions or things like that amongst the humans.
Well, the giant religion is growing amongst the humans. There's also three main religions that they talk about. There is the Church of Karamikos, which sprang up about 30 years ago as an offshoot from the Church of Theodos. There is the Church of Troldara, which is based on some dead heroes. And the Cult of Halav, which is a group of idiots screaming at the moon.
Yeah, which sounds like a lot of them anyway. Yes.
It's definitely a cult because, well, no one would really believe that the that the Duke Halav is Duke Karamikos is King Halav reincarnated. That's just crazy.
That's right. Yes, the cult of Halav is sort of a managing to combine both the Church of Triatus and the Church of Caldara.
And neither of those churches
recognise
except either of them, yeah.
But the cult of Halav has been around for a while, hasn't it?
It's been around for about 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
So not a huge amount of time.
No.
Started up about really taking root about year 1000.
Okay.
So before then, it didn't really have a lot of backing, but apparently the Duke has been showing fulfilling of prophecies.
Okay.
Or at least they're claiming the Duke fulfilling prophecies.
Or he's fiddling something, yeah.
So we have no idea because no one's ever seen said prophecies.
Of course not.
They're all rumored to have written centuries ago by King Halav himself.
Of course.
Apparently from the blood of the gnolls who killed him.
Wonderful.
So, yay for us. This guy seems to be coming from the Corendon line of the Theatans.
Yeah.
I'm about to say yes, he's not Caldara, is he?
No. He's one of the, he seems to come from the Horseman line.
Sorry, another Corendon, that's fine. Yeah.
And quite intelligent, not derisive of the locals at all. He actually seems quite respectful of them, but he's very derisive of the Calder Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
He says
Okay.
he does believe that some of their heroes became gods in the Church of Caravan.
Okay.
Some of the Caravan heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, churches and churches. He'll follow anyone who looks after his soul. Just not no one who wants to take it from him, before it's due.
Yeah.
Well, Penedy is not the type of priest that proselytizes to try and convert him to a Atruaghin clan pantheon, so that's okay.
We have a patrol heading south along the Duke's Road when you're due to leave.
Okay.
So they'll travel with you for about 2 days and then return because we try to keep the mountainside open.
Yeah.
And so by the time they turn back, you'll have a day's travel to reach Penhaligon.
That will be appreciated, although, of course, we would not wish to leave your facility undermanned. I feel certain that the band of dwarves and Northmen are probably reasonable force.
We also stop. It's also there to stop the Norsemen from looting the region and the dwarves from causing any unrest.
I am more than happy though that if you would wish to accompany, that's perfectly understandable.
Yes. Especially who we're with.
So considering the Norsemen, once they get to Penhaligon, can actually put their boats into the river and sail all the way down to the capital if they wish to.
Yep, fair enough.
If they fix those holes.
Well, I was going to say yes.
Yes.
Do the the Caramicans are used to these Norse caravans coming through?
Yeah, we'll fish a few of them out of the river. But the halflings think they're hilarious.
They would.
They rule the rivers. Well, when you've got bargemen who can outsail anyone.
And a barge. Wow.
They can. Well, they are the river folk.
Yeah,
river barge.
Yes. There's a lot of skills to know that other people don't get.
Well, plus they also don't need as much space.
Yes. Barges aren't very wide.
So the only people...
Well, river barges... canal barges aren't.
The only bandits they really have to worry about are the kobolds and the goblins.
Yes.
So because we managed to push most of them away, they pretty much have free reign along the Hillfollow River.
Yep.
So they are the big traders. Well, water traders anyway.
Yeah.
Well, like I said then, Penedy is happy to not speak too far into the evening, into the night.
Yes.
Too deeply into the night, and again, thank the guard captain for his time, and
yep.
prepare to depart in the morning.
Okay, so
yes.
your next 3 days of Penhaligon actually pass rather uneventfully, as you are going through with about 10 mounted knights.
Okay.
They're not sending their entire.
No, they don't need that.
Yes, I suspect that
No,
all the interesting times we might be facing relate purely in the caravan, not actually external to the caravan.
Yes.
Yeah. And you hear the screech of a griffin in the skies above every now and then.
Yep. Generally a good sound. Generally.
Yep.
And you do see the pennants from one of the griffin riders in the sky.
Yep.
Okay. Coming.
She was gonna pay you for
That's not a great sight.
No, that's my jumping up against the wall. I made a run yesterday.
Paper towel and anti-thingy.
Just that quick click on the end and some paper towel on the end of the trolley.
detail.
Yeah, that.
So it's mainly water, not tea.
It's water. She didn't manage to do it. Now she's stressed. Sorry.
That's okay, it happens.
Hopefully.
I just didn't want to run it off and
Okay, so 3 days, make it to Penhaligon, no issues. Penhaligon itself is a fairly large town for Karamikos.
Yeah.
And it is a walled encampment. You can see that there is a lot of armed soldiers in the outskirts of it in tents. They are forming militia from a lot of the locals.
Right.
To
some of them probably don't have much choice.
no, none of the locals do have a choice.
Yeah.
They are conscripted.
So the levies. Yep.
And they are training them up to relieve the keeps, so the keeps can start doing some of the pushing of orcs out of the region.
Right.
But someone has to maintain the roads. You can't actually move your guards and still guard.
Yes.
So they're all in what looks to be second-hand or hand-me-downs.
Sorry. Poor bastards.
And most of them are looking like they don't know which end of the spear to stick out.
Yes, confuse them, give them a spear with a butt spike. Pointy end first, which one?
Or give them a staff. Use the pointy end.
No pointy end. No pointy end. No pointy end.
That's your practice stick.
This one's the pointy end.
So you do watch an amusement as these guys are drilling what appears to be for the first time.
Oh dear. I know how to use a spear better than that. I'm a warlock.
And there are a bunch of people learning to use bows for the first time.
Yeah.
So you can see 3 targets out on the field nearby, and hundreds of arrows surrounding the targets.
They weren't even hunters? Yee.
How many days are we staying in this keep? Not
Yeah.
This one, you're basically doing an overnighter unless you want to stay longer.
keep? Right, okay.
Because you can see that the entire town is under military curfew.
Oh, okay.
The people here are pretty much afraid for their lives because they're the most remote town anywhere in this region. And if they don't get help from Highforge or Kelvin or the Duke's Road Keep, they could be overrun by the giants at any time.
Yeah.
And the giants could reach them before anyone else could.
Yes, everyone's on edge.
So they are basically teaching everyone to fight.
Yep.
And you do hear
Because
from most of them that the plan is a fighting retreat, not a stand and hold the ground.
Yeah.
They just don't know which way they have to head because wherever the giants are massed, they go the other way.
Yes.
So that certainly seems feasible on the idea that it's not an especially defensible location, particularly if they haven't got well manned with veterans.
And
So
they do have, you can see on the outskirts and as far as you can see heading out into the hills, little forts, outposts, like maybe 2-man structures where they're watching over the region to give as much warning as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's generally going to be wave a flag, and if the opponents get closer, set light to your watchtower, which is specifically designed to give off a lot of light and smoke because it's got a very thick straw roof, and then you run away.
Pretty much.
Because staying there is suicide.
well, the next day.
Yes.
Pettidier is perfectly happy at that sort of battle plan because it means that, yes, those who are unable to defend themselves are more likely to survive.
And so
The troops aren't available to protect them directly.
Yes.
They'll get enough training to have time to run away, or at least allow others to run away.
And there's
Yes.
a flotilla of halfling barges taking the elderly, the non-combatants, and the children
Yeah.
south. Looks like they're stripping the city.
Right.
Basically, they're turning it into an armed encampment.
Yep. Strengthen
Are
the walls, all
they
that
happy
stuff.
to accept and talk to us as visitors?
Yep. Well, they accept visitors. It's what used to be a thriving town has become a outpost.
Yep. A place of war.
Noting their preparations, Pettidy will be interested to know if they're actually expecting imminent attack or they're preparing for an unexpected attack.
Right.
They say they've had a couple of sorties with giants already
Mm-hmm.
because they used to have the best livestock in the region. They don't anymore.
Yes.
All their surviving livestock they've also sent south.
Yep.
But all the giants that have been attacking them have been hill giants.
They've all been hill giants.
Do the hill giants, are they supported by anyone else?
No, but the hill giants aren't attacking with brute strength. Some of them are using tactics.
Oh, okay.
They have
Ooh.
magic. They have
That's-
armor.
Ow. Giants with classes.
And they are coordinated.
Yep.
They are not known for their coordination.
But they're not working with the goblins or anything like that directly?
There are rumours that the goblins and others are their scouts, but when they attack, they don't need them.
Well, of course not when they attack.
Mm-hmm.
Well, scouts are still useful, but yeah. So I just found something that we could probably get from the dwarves, which I don't think any of us would really be that interested in. Mokhtar. It's a strange dwarven treat, a hard candy. Instead of being sweet, it tastes a variety of meat products. So think of a bacon jawbreaker.
I think I prefer like Singaporean sweetmeats.
Yes. Oh, all the other ones in here are fine, but yeah, that one's a sort of, meat flavoured sucking candy.
Could be worse.
Could be.
So we have one evening,
Yeah, one evening then.
and then we
Yes.
head off in the morning.
Because you have a 3-day trip to Kelvin, which passes by High Forge,
Yeah.
and will be where most of the information that you're looking for about the caravan will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's where the survivors apparently still are.
Yeah.
and how many trainees are here?
Trainees, you've got probably about 500.
500. Okay.
They've been conscripting them from all over the country.
No. Okay.
I might ask the commander or whatever leading officer here,
Yep.
and let him know that I am trained in martial arts, and if just for this evening while I'm here I could teach some if he found it necessary or useful.
So you find the commander. She's in full plate. Has a griffin. Her armor shines.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, almost with her inner light.
Oh, cool. So she's one of the riders.
And not a speck of dust or imperfection anywhere in the clothing or armor.
Yep.
The griffin itself
Yes, you
almost
do.
gives off a glow.
Right.
And she goes, "So I hear your title."
Yes, I am. I am friends with
Yeah, he gave me a book.
Cassius. Oh yes, my book. I'm assuming you'd want that signed.
No, I read it. It was fine. A little too much detail for me at times, but
I'm told that, but you get used to it after a while.
after what would I read it more than once?
Some people seem to like enjoying reading it multiple times. I myself enjoy it, but hey, it's about me. So.
Yeah, well, hey, you're probably a bit of a narcissist at times. Yeah. It says so in the book.
Yes, well, it's a very well written book, so.
Yeah, by someone by the name of D. Razzle.
Yes, a doctor of some not Doctor. A.
Yes, Dr. Eagle.
Yes, that's the other version, I think.
Yeah, he released one in Galantry and one in Darrakan.
Yeah. Under different names.
Sigh.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
Just because he can.
Because he can.
Interesting book, at least. I was wondering if I might be able to offer my services for the evening.
Sure, if you'd want to give a talk to some of our troops, that's fine, because while most of them think that war is death, because unfortunately we tell them if they fight they're probably going to die. So the idea is to teach them how to not need to fight and to get away with their lives and protect people along the way.
Yes.
But if they have to fight, here's what they need to know to survive the best.
I can try that if you wish, but I'm not the best when it comes to motivational speeches.
Ground your spear, and as the fist approaches, you run like fuck and hope he punches the top of your spear.
I was thinking I might be able to give them a few pointers in martial arts if it would help, if you feel it might help.
Possibly, but most people would normally need weeks of training to actually pick up the basics.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you want to stay here for weeks and teach them?
No, but at least the basic thing I could possibly teach them is how to fall safely.
Sure. She says, how many people do you want to teach? We have over 500 new recruits here.
How many can you fish in the courtyard?
I can get all of them here. Of course, they're going to be a bit squished in, but...
Get half.
Half, perhaps.
Okay.
I would think it would be better to get over maybe half a dozen or so of the ones who are likely to be more promising that can then try and
teach the others.
Give them a couple moves that they might be able to pass on to others over time.
Yeah, that sounds like good.
Yes,
Yeah.
learn this and survive long enough to become a sergeant.
Pick your most promising recruits or lieutenants and I will teach them and hopefully they can pass it on to the rest.
Okay, you find that you've got about 25 fit-looking women brought in.
Okay.
Like feminist touch.
Well, the Baroness of the region generally promotes women. And basically, considering most women are rejected by nearly all the other areas, they flock to her because she treats them fairly.
Yep.
Yep, I'm happy to try and teach them moves.
They're all eager to learn.
Yep.
And most of them look as if they've had a hard life.
Yep. It's just basically a couple of important things to know, like how to fall safely in combat.
Give me a diplomacy roll as you teach them.
Oh, diplomacy. Okay.
How to dodge madloon
Even though it's martial arts?
spellcasters throwing
It is
stuff at
martial
you.
arts because you're talking them through it.
Oh, I thought I was demonstrating.
You have to demonstrate as well, but
Yeah.
if you can't communicate how it all works,
Well, that's not bad. Diplomacy is wisdom? No.
diplomacy is charisma.
Charisma. So charisma, that would be an 18.
Okay, they
Nice.
seem to be taking on board what you've been saying and going through the motions. They're not all particularly agile or able to put strength behind it, but they're all eager to learn.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you spend many hours teaching.
Yep.
Yeah, well, this is where you can teach them about timing is as important as agility. It doesn't matter if you can't move fast, if you can move at the right time.
Well, that's why the main thing I'll be wanting them to learn is how to fall properly.
Yeah.
And you see, looking around the place while you're doing that, you also see that most of the strong people, men or women, are used in moving all the heavy stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah.
All the agile people are currently trying to learn how to use the bow.
Yeah.
Which is where Pettidieu was interested, because he saw the results of the relatively clean targets with lots of arrows all around the target.
Yes. Well, let's do something about that.
He was interested to at least have a talk to or watch some of the teachers of the archery.
Yes.
And just see that they were actually providing appropriate skills and knowledge in that sort of sense.
Yeah.
So when you do see that the archers teach them that they are hunters of the region. They specialize in shooting, but not very good at instructing. And they generally have about one or two instructors pointing out what the teachers aren't actually saying, because they're good at, here's how you do it, twink.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, at that point,
skipping steps
they're
and stuff.
they're being demonstrators and they're being teachers.
Yes, and
yeah.
so the hunters are from all walks of life, and the teachers are generally all women.
Yep.
Come on, Brady, show them your stuff.
Yes.
Oh, well, they said that.
Yeah,
he
put
was
a roll on.
wanting to confirm that they actually had reasonable teachers.
Yes.
And they say the hunters were obviously skilled enough archers, and the people then interpreting for the hunters are providing the information. It suggests that, they were brand new trainees. Understandable that they're not getting regular shocks.
And you'll basically find from them that they're teaching them that to fire in the direction of a target is not guaranteed to hit. It takes time and practice, and they're basically saying for their first day of training, they're learning to fire an arrow, not learning to hit a target. If you hit a target, that's
and also those targets are a hell of a lot smaller than a hill giant.
Yes. Yes, I'm presuming they're also using basically hunting bows or something similar rather than long bows.
They're all short bows.
Yeah, because it takes time to train an archer, and it takes a long time to train a longbowman.
Yeah,
like a decade.
But of course, the advantage that one advantage they've got, of course, is that they can probably still use the hunting arrows just as effectively as a war arrow because the ribs on a giant are a lot further apart.
There is that. Although if he's wearing leather armour, it's going to be 6 inches thick.
And you do notice that most of the guys use crossbows because less skill involved.
Yep.
But they don't have the money to give everyone a crossbow.
No, but crossbows are really easy to teach.
That's right. They're easy to teach, but a lot more expensive to make.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Bows are easy to make and inexpensive to make, but take longer to learn.
Bow, certainly. I was thinking of what Clowell could do, and talking to or giving some hints to the scouts.
Yeah, most of the instructors are actually elves.
Fair enough.
And they seem to come from the local Kaleri elves.
Yep. I will attempt not to insult anybody. I'm far enough from home that I don't think it should be too much of a problem. I won't be hoity-toity at them.
Well, he's one of the kingdom of elves.
Okay.
It's not a chaotic kingdom. It's just a.
But that's the thing. I don't know how they react to. Well, personally, I don't know how they react to high elves.
Yeah. But is the stain on your forehead faded?
Yeah. That's gone.
Wait, he's not the chosen one?
But one of the things I'm particularly good at is perception management. So deception and persuasion, and perception itself. So aiding scouts by going, here's how to make it look like you're something else. Here's how to make it look like you're actually over there.
Most of the trackers are interested in learning that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people who are doing the instruction are also the people who head off, while doing the demonstrations are the people who go heading off and actually doing the scouting.
Yeah. Yes, but it's. I'm going beyond what a hunter would teach, and I'm presuming most of the elves are going to be hunters.
Most of them are. They don't really need to hunt.
No.
But they're along the lines of people who exist for over 100 years in a forest.
You learn lots of stuff.
Having to teach people to operate outside of the forest.
Yeah.
Because they're having to alter their teachings for people who can't take the time to learn it.
Yeah. So I'm giving them a couple of...
You'd be also worth actually talking to the elves and finding out, okay, have they had issues with giants in the forest or things like that?
Yeah.
Or the goblins or orcs or whatever?
Yes. Of course, in a forest it's a bit easier because if you can set things up properly, you can have a giant trip over and stab itself to death on a tree.
Well, the giant. If you talk to the elves, they tell you the giants keep away from them because they won't cross their borders unless they come in great numbers, which they haven't done so yet. But at the moment, if they want to, they probably could.
But if they have the goblins of the Dimrak forest been any more aggressive than normal?
They are far more aggressive than they've ever been.
Yeah.
They are currently that they are acting as if they're being forced out of their region.
So the giants don't have to enter the forest if they can send others in front of them.
Yeah.
Very much so. The goblins themselves use tactics we can't stop.
Yeah.
They are more than happy to destroy the trees that they rely on. Because the goblins themselves use the trees.
Yeah.
And this is one of the oldest forests of the world that's natural.
Yeah.
The elves to the east we don't deal with. They are the Atruaghin.
Yeah.
Crazy. Seasonal.
They're a bit strange even for us.
But that may change slightly as I finally get them set it up properly.
Yeah. I actually found a feat that I like the look of, which takes a high off a little step towards being an Eladrin. You only get 1 point of stat bonus, but you also get the ability. There's something or other else that you get the ability to use Misty's step once per rest.
Which would suck if you had certain items. You jump and your portable hole falls behind you.
They're little tiny problems.
Well, your bag of holding you just got no longer works.
Yeah. Yes.
Ultimate power. Itty bitty living.
Well, I was going to say,
Yes.
it can work, you've just got to leave it behind.
Yeah, but the whole point is to have it with you.
There are reasons why not everyone has everything.
Yeah.
The Eladrin do not use portable holes or extra-dimensional spaces.
Yeah, because they can all teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because carrying one with you just doesn't work when you have to leave it behind.
Or artifact.
Yeah, because of
yes.
yes.
Unless you've got the right artifact.
Yeah, when it stabs you on the way through.
Yes. Well, I don't know if my I don't know if my spear would go with me if I did that.
It's not an elf spear.
No, which means it probably won't.
But we don't, but we're not certain whether it's actually an artifact either.
Yeah, it's a. Well, I'm actually reasonably sure it is, or at least.
Well, no,
it's a key that
I'm not
gives
saying
access
it's not.
to an artifact.
I'm just saying that we haven't got confirmation yet.
No, but yeah, from my reading of what I've found out so far, it's either an artifact that gives abilities and power, or it's a key that gives access to an artifact.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
jumping through an extra dimensional space or a teleport is a good way to test for artifacts. If
I
it
left
goes, you know it's not.
I left it behind. Yeah, it would be amusing if sort of half an hour later it turns up. Okay.
We had that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, your cargo end up with a different flight.
Yes,
There are more awkward things that can happen.
that's true.
So yes, you do have this day in the military camp. You don't actually see much of Phipps that night.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling he doesn't get along with the military.
Or anyone who isn't much like him.
But there's lots of singing and cheering coming from the halfling flotillas.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, so in the morning, they refresh your supplies, your traveling supplies. Your a lot of your spare gear has been cleaned while you were sleeping.
Cool.
Apparently, titles, reputation, went around.
Okay.
Talking
are
about his school.
Are the Northmen still coming with us, or are they going by river now?
The Norsemen have been convinced by the halflings that the river's too fast for their boats and taking it down the road a little bit further.
Okay.
I rolled a 22 non-natural to kind of do a blessing of
Thingy.
Proteus?
Yes, thank you. Of Proteus for the
The river?
the
What's
keep,
name?
the keep basically.
Okay, so, you feel Proteus here, short for it.
Okay, cool. At least he's not pissed at me. It's an improvement, at least.
Well, if he was pissed at you, that would still count as healing.
Yep. So getting the attention of a god is a good and a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably gonna be pissed at me later on. He's probably gonna be like, "What's this? It's a keep. Where's my water?"
Well, it is a major waterway. It is an arterial of the world.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Known as the Hill Follow River.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or if you speak to the locals, River Shattergull.
Okay.
hopefully it'll help a little bit.
So it's like the the native name and the conqueror's name.
Yeah.
One you can pronounce, one you can barely pronounce.
Hmm.
So the flotillas are heading off as leaving you guys for dead. A lot of the Norsemen are looking at it wistfully, going, "I'm sure we can deal with that."
For sure.
But they seem to be convinced by someone who's having trouble not laughing that I don't think their boats are ready for the rapids.
Oh, because they didn't feel it right. Yep. Yep.
And 3 days down to Kelvin, you see no rapids.
Yes. Yes, they're not ready for the rapids, or in fact just getting wet.
But their boats do seem to have very large holes in them,
Yes.
which still remain to be fixed apparently.
Yes, there's got to be a way around that.
And you reach Kelvin on the 10th day out of Salonika.
Okay, cool.
So that's day 28 now? No.
It is
Much.
day 30.
Day 30.
You can see the pennants of the barony of Kelvin flying from the top of the city. It's one of the biggest cities of the country. There are dwarven construction that you can see showing the skill of the dwarves. It has gnomish inventions on the outskirts that help keep the waterways clear. There are bridges across the mighty river with outposts on either side of it
Okay.
and watchtowers. There's even a viewpoint from the top of the bridge to look over the river.
That's cool.
During our travels with the caravans and or speaking to local Karamikons and things like that, does the party, particularly Cluel, get warning about Kelvin's attitude towards arcane magic, or that which smacks of it?
No, but once you reach the city itself, the bureaucrat on the outskirts starts reading the rules to each group coming through.
Right.
And you hear it multiple times as you're waiting.
How
So you
nice.
make sure each person gets read the rules.
Oh, gold.
And so of a party of 20, he reads it out 20 times.
How nice.
And gets them to say they understand the rules and regulations of this town and that ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law.
Right.
One of the laws is any form of magic outside of divine magic is a crime.
Brilliant.
And they define divine magic as in provided by a paladin or a cleric.
Wonderful.
Even though it is known that the bards and warlocks provide their power from gods, though they claim that they steal them,
Okay.
and that druids and rangers get it from the nature gods, Though
therefore
they
don't
like
count.
to say that it's nature giving it to them, not the gods.
Right.
But
So they're making their own definitions of things.
But sorcerers and wizards are told to not use their magic at all in town under pain of death.
And warlocks are right out.
So warlocks and bards are told to curb their power because they do not know where it comes from. And
What about if I can prove where it comes from?
Well, no. It's more the idea that the mob is likely to get you and maybe ask questions later.
There is that slight problem.
so that's why they're asked to curb their power, because most of it is believed to be stolen power, not earned power.
Right.
And that druids and rangers are best for keeping their magic to the outside, because the city itself is not a natural environment. So nature magic does not bode well with the establishment.
No.
It is the cleanest city you've seen in Caravan. It is logical to a fault. Everything looks to have been planned out from the start and laid out to that plan.
Right.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, when it's run by a cleric of a god who is all about law,
Yep.
the city itself is dedication to that god's way of thinking.
Right.
And if someone seems to break that flow, they will be, they will either bend or break to the law.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And basically the only accepted form of religion here is the Church of Caravan.
Fair enough.
So,
So
yeah.
basically, if you're religious, shut up.
So we're all going to have to be careful.
You actually see a couple of kobold and goblin heads on the outside.
Wonderful.
Why kobold and goblin?
You have heard that kobolds and goblins have been preaching other gods, that the giants themselves are gods.
Okay, but what if other people preach their religions around here? I'm assuming they meet the same fate.
Quite possibly. It's considered heresy to preach about any other religion in this city.
Oh god, this entire town is dark heresy. Okay,
Yes.
that makes a lot more sense.
But it is also stealing is is considered as bad as not feeding someone in need.
Wait, so does that mean you have to, every time you walk past someone in need in the city, you must give them something?
No, the town itself feeds. There is no homeless. There is no starving.
Oh,
There
okay.
is no anyone who is in need of help is provided help as long as they follow the thing. And any thievery at all is treated harshly. But not working, basically not making your way in life is also considered harsh. So it's everyone contributes and everyone is treated fairly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
As long as they obey the law.
Yep.
And yes, which means right at the moment, I'm a poor swordsman who dresses well,
But you're an elf.
but I'm an elf.
So you actually see there is a lot of elven architecture here.
Yes, that's nice. I'm still a poor swordsman with a nice haircut.
And so this is basically the he reads it with finesse,
Yep.
and he says if there are any questions, there is inside each guard post stationed throughout key points of the city the laws available,
Thank you.
and the laws are unique to the barony.
We will have to take advantage of that then.
And they will be happy. All the guardsmen are happy to explain any of the laws at any time. And they will also follow up on any leads you bring of people who have been violating the laws.
Question.
I see.
Does this city believe in guilty until proven innocent or innocent until proven guilty?
Innocent until proven guilty.
Okay.
They will use magic to determine the truth of things.
Right. So they use zone of truth and stuff.
Divine magic, obviously.
Yep.
Oh yeah, of course.
The Baron of the town is one of the patriarchs of the Church of Caravan. He is in line to be a head priest of the parish, of the entire religion. And he rules with a iron fist, even if it is gentle.
Wrapped in a velvet glove.
Yeah. He's also a war priest.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So looking around, everything here is regimented and it's clean to a fault.
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
And so you do have the places where people can rest and recover. They have places for artists. They have places for rest and relaxation. It's not what you'd expect in what would be a military city. This is pretty much the strangest city you've walked into. And it is almost considered the jewel of Karamikos.
Yes.
Well,
But it's not a place not everyone wants to live.
Well, no.
Arcane
the locals
casters.
consider the jewel of Karamikos. Others think it's weird.
Well, the entirety of Karamikos, think of it as a jewel of Karamikos.
Yes.
But it's a jewel you admire from afar and don't want to spend time in.
Yes.
Yes. Convertible
But anyway, guys,
Yes.
I'm probably about done at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
That time
yes,
anyway. Yeah.
You exit to Kelvin, and then because this is where we actually got the opportunity to try and catch up with the potential survivors of the caravan.
Yes.
Um,
So we've got to a good spot.
That's right. So,
And you have got a lot more lore of setting out.
Yes.
So, Jeremy, I will let you go.
okay, good night all.
And
Martin, I'll see you tomorrow night. Stefan tomorrow. Paul, probably a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Otherwise, catch you next time.
Catch you next time. Bye. Okay, so that has stopped.
Yeah.
I will put this onto...
I feel